everybody to Towers and Gods, episode 108. We are so happy to have you here, as always. What do I say? I can't think of anything clever or fun. I was gonna do the radio intro and I freaking messed it up. I messed it up like I always do, but that's okay because we have some very clever and funny members of our cast here today. We are joined by the wonderful Ruka as the character Ace.
Hi, I have snacks, and I've finished just in time, but I have a lot of sugary snacks, so I'm excited for tonight.
What's one of the sugary snacks?
Sour Patch watermelons.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah.
Breakdown.
It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah. We have Milios as Brack Bronson.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you know someone who has one of your favorite candies, you always got to tell them break down, and if they don't break down, it is your legal obligation, your right to take at least 3 of them, So without further ado, I'm just going to proceed to reach through the screen, grab me 3 of those, and then come back over here and pretend like I'm eating them.
Okay.
There you go.
Like it's a dream, Let's just pretend. Fair enough. We have Sun Woo as Lopo Bia Woo.
Yo, I'm here. I am not feeling well, so pardon the lack of camera, but shout out to Hannah for picking up the slack on my behalf.
Let's go. We hope you feel better, son. Appreciate you being here. Get better soon. On camera, we have Hannah as Hot Eden. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. You get the surprise camera night with me tonight.
Let's go.
What could possibly go wrong?
Why do you say that? Why? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Everything will be just fantastic.
Last week, your guys' roles were incredible. I'm sure it'll be the same this week.
Of course.
There were members of a cast here who didn't roll above an 8. It was great. It was fun. I'm sure it'll be better today. And we have Isaiah, aka Izzy, as Khun Jong-se.
Hi guys, how's it going?
It's going good, man.
I think I want to open this episode by asking the chat. Let's get some chat engagement,
Okay.
Who's your favorite Final Fantasy XIV character, and why is it Mide? Go ahead and just post in the chat below. I understand some of you may not know who that is.
Yeah.
It's fine. You haven't met Pete yet, and I just need to know that there's other Mide fans out there because I'm going through some heavy withdrawals right now.
That's crazy. That don't sound like Moonbreeder. So I'm sorry.
Ooh, fair.
Well,
fair.
that's just because he hasn't done the side. He hasn't been inaugurated.
No,
I
she.
understand the hesitation.
She.
No, he's saying you haven't done the Alexander. We're getting off track. But point is, FF14. Anyway, appreciate that, Isaiah. We are here. Oh, by the way, my name is.
This character look mid as hell, bro. This character.
Oh, how dare you! Okay, mid is in your name.
I don't know anything about the character though, so it's just I'm looking at the design. That's all.
I'ma just need you to relax. That was
from
just
my
like
race.
a lot
She's
of
aura. You
that
can't
was
just
just like
say
a
that.
lot of aggressive things out
You
the
can't
gate,
just say
bro.
that, son. Oh my god.
I almost fell out my chair.
Bro, so now I gotta play like 200 hours of FF14 just to like figure out.
I just need you to relax.
All right, bro. I got you. I'm gonna play the game. I'll play the game.
All right.
Just trust
all
me.
right.
Trust me.
Anyway, we are here. I'm Dr. Bun. I'm John, the DM. This is Tower of God plus D&D. So it's tabletop role playing. We're doing this as a bit of a prequel to the normal Tower of God story. So in the setting of Tower of God, but set thousands of years before Tower of God. So if you're new, welcome. Feel free to stick around and see what we're all about. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for the support. There's a lot of super chats here, which is crazy. I'm going to read them off here. Dart Angel, dude, Dart Angel, I've multiple times forgotten to thank you because you've done your donations, your memberships during the break. I got to give you a massive shout out. 20 gifts and another $2 here today. Donations to the Syndicate and Mechanics Club. Does this mean that the memberships that Dard redeems are officially members? This is all me. Officially members of the Syndicate and Mechanics Guild, maybe like honorary members, right? Any thoughts from the leaders of either group?
I'm
Bribe
on
is accepted.
$9.99. $9.99.
Okay.
The bribe is accepted, but the memberships, they're volunteers. They can't be members. Volunteers.
Ace doesn't want that
We can print them some
responsibility. That's a lot
certificates
of
or
people.
something.
Yeah, a little, like a participation award kind of thing.
Yeah.
I see. Very good, very good. Well, thank you so much, Dart Angel. Appreciate that. Matt the Third, $5. Hello, brothers. Heading out for dinner tonight. So, gotta squeeze in some Star Wars trivia since it's been quite a while. Now, Matt didn't specify who this was for, so I assume this is for probably Hannah and not me.
Probably for
right?
you.
Okay.
Probably for you.
What does AT-AT stand for? AT-AT. That's like the big machines, right?
Yep,
And like
yep.
they get defeated by wrapping around their legs. And they fall
Yes.
over. Okay.
Good.
All right, I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't stop thinking about like attack Titan.
This isn't
Attack
Attack on Titan. Sasageo, Sasageo.
Tatake, Joe. Tatake.
Yeah. Assault tractor? I don't know. What is it?
I'm just curious for
There is
everyone
no
else.
way.
Why did you get tractor out of that?
There is no way.
Yeah, that has to
In
be
the
a meme.
Star
You're
Wars
memeing.
universe,
You're
This
memeing.
gotta, this gotta be your worst one yet, bro.
You have to meme. You're memeing.
I'm
Bill's
kidding.
memeing. Yeah.
No,
he's
no,
trying to
no.
think
Think
of
of T-words. I couldn't think of money,
AT tractor.
Still, the worst one is calling the Millennium Falcon
Listen,
the Starship
listen.
Enterprise.
I'm
So
sorry.
I don't know, man. Attack
I don't
tractor.
remember that. I must erase that from my mind.
you probably
What is
did.
the answer?
That's more acceptable though, because they're
Thank
both
you.
circles. So I mean,
The same genre.
What is the answer? What does AT stand for?
All-terrain armored transport.
Oh,
I
got
know
it.
that.
Strong.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was a good one, Matt. Third. I got half points though. I knew what it was. I'll take that.
You
I'll take the
did.
dub.
You did.
Um,
And honestly, they're not
yeah.
really referred to in the movies as such.
Okay.
That's book knowledge or like those encyclopedia type of
cool.
knowledge.
Cool.
So
Well,
I'll let it. You get a B. You get
I get a B. That's
You
huge.
get a
That's a
B.
passing grade.
I'll grade
easily.
on the curve. I'll grade on the
Okay,
curve.
thank you. Deshea with the $10. Thank you very much. 5-hour stream. 5-hour stream. No
Yeah!
promises. No promises. I don't think we're going for 5 hours. I'll say that much.
But
We've
see,
been going
Joe,
long.
like, I
We're
have my
going-
camera on tonight. I put on red eyeliner
Listen,
for my girl
listen.
Eden, you know.
I'm not saying it's impossible that we maybe go for 3.5 to 4 at most, but 5 is stretching it. That's all I'm saying.
4 is the minimum, my guy.
I think you gotta flip that. I think 4 should be the max.
I agree, son. Thank you. And son is sick,
I'm just-
especially, so we
I'm
gotta
just
keep that
watching
in
the
mind.
conversation in chat of every membership that Dard gives is a raccoon that Ace gets to have. So now it's an army of coons versus like an army of coons, and that's I feel like that's an important thing.
That is an interesting observation for sure.
Ace is
got my
Branch
money on the
family.
trash bandits.
Yeah. Fair. Master Gold with the $20. I said that with so much enthusiasm. Thank you, Gold. Kirby Fact. In Kirby 64, Kirby visits various planets, one of these being an ice-covered planet called Shiverstar. Shiverstar is actually a post-apocalyptic Earth after humanity caused a second ice age, meaning humans are extinct. Very nice. Wholesome. Very cool. Yeah, Kirby. Let's go. Kirby exploring all the great topics there. I didn't know that. Thank you, Master Gold. DQ Senpai with the $10. Pokemon fact. Where did this happen? I love it. I love the Pokemon trivia especially, but where did this happen? Pokemon Gold and Silver were intended to be the last Pokemon games. The game was originally supposed to cover the entire country of Japan rather than the Kansai region in the final game. Yeah, I actually didn't know that. So spread the word, DQ Senpai. It's a very Pokemon trivia. I'm currently binging it right now. I don't know. I'm in one of those moods. So appreciate that, DQ Senpai. And then Moonlight with the $9.99. Son, you mentioned $9.99 earlier, right? The $9.99 from Moonlight. First live, good to be here. Wow, thank you so
Hey.
much. Moonlight, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the support and thank you for picking
Also,
up.
welcome to the syndicate. Thank you.
Let's go.
Hold on now. Hold on.
Oh,
Still $89.99 more to go. Let's be reasonable now.
easy there, Ubisoft. Easy.
Wow. Alrighty.
Hey, I'm not trying to be Ubisoft. I'm trying to be 2K. Take two.
Okay.
There we go. That's who I was looking for. Take two.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Very good, very good. Well, welcome everybody, both new and old. We are going to be getting started with the episode now. Last thing I'll say is that this is a mature rated series, so keep that in mind if you would, if there are topics you're uncomfortable with, or cover the kids' ears, that kind of thing. We might say some naughty words sometimes.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Cool. With that said, brief recap of last episode. We got to explore character backstories, which is a huge focal point of last episode. As the group started kind of transferring over to the Khun Estate, we got to learn more. Ace specifically got to learn more from Luke about her past, the memories that she had lost, what led to certain instances that she did remember even, and what it means for her family and for herself and her future. We also got to visit two locations that were prevalent to Jeong and Victor's pasts, their homes at certain points of their lives, and certain conversations and revelations were made there as well. And overall, the group is now, I'm going to kind of say that you've all left behind Victor's home. You're kind of working to rejoin the rest of the group as they are now arriving at the Khun Estate. So as we're starting the episode, we'll say that the 9 of you in Team Recall are now rejoining and kind of like, reintegrating yourselves into the rest of the group that is making their way into the Khun Estate. Any last minute thoughts, words, prayers, statements from the cast?
Prayers? Excuse me? That's what I was thinking, bro. When
I
was
said
this
thoughts.
prayed before
I
an
said
episode?
thoughts, and
What is
I
happening
don't know,
right now?
thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts
Yeah.
and prayers.
Blood for the blood god. There you go. That's my prayer.
Oh no!
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
I think like as we're getting closer, like Eden would be
Yeah.
keeping her eyes on Jeong and Victor and just like kind of like get a pulse and a vibe check on them to be like, are they gonna like bolt, or are they like
Right.
actually like wanting to be there, especially after Victor's little reveals and stuff that she's kind of just like keeping an eye on our blue-haired brothers just to see how they're doing.
Sure. I'm actually glad you asked that because I was hoping to get a bit of a vibe check from everybody too. We'll start with the Khun boys. I'll start with Victor. So Victor overall, you got to visit his home. You got to learn some specifics about where he came from, and he learned more or less about the current state of his home. But as you're approaching the Khun Estate, he has a big smile on his face. He's not grinning, but he has you can tell he's smiling. He's giving off good vibes. It seems like, despite what he just saw and what you had all been talking about, he's seemingly in a pretty good mood. And he's looking at the estate, and I'll describe the estate in more detail. He's taking it all in, and he's looks like he's ready to take it on. He's kind of reinvigorated from what you can tell.
And as much as she knows about Victor,
Yeah.
could she potentially perceive if this is like a front that he's putting up, or if this is more of like, is he like putting on a show? Because like she's seen him in like kind of both states, especially recently, like in the beach arc where he kind of talked about like, the two sides of him.
Sure.
Would this like be a projection of a front, or is he like actually excited to be here?
Sure. Can you roll insight, please?
I can't.
You know what I'll do though? You can roll.
You
with
asked me to
advantage.
do it this.
You can roll with advantage because you do know Victor quite well, especially since he did reveal all that to you.
All right, there's the first one. Not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Second one, not great. So we'll take the first one.
All right, that's gonna be a 16. So, yeah, you do get the feeling that at least some part of him, it might be small, you don't know how large it is trying to prepare himself to re-immerse himself into this kind of Khun environment that he may or may not be as comfortable in as he claims to be. But it is undeniable that there is a sense of like excitement that is genuine, in that he does, some part of him does feel like, I'm a Khun. Maybe I have stuff to prove, but like I'm excited to be given that opportunity to be in this environment to kind of prove myself.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But Jeong, what's Jeong looking like? What's he up to? Khun Cyrus, excuse me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So he is very much not smiling. He kind of has like this very neutral expression on his face, and his arms just kind of crossed. He's like both eyes kind of locked and focused on the estate. He looks I would say it's probably something that nobody here is used to seeing, because it's not an emotion that he typically expresses, but he looks tense. You know, he looks like his body is like, he looks very focused, like perhaps even a little bit nervous about being here.
Wu would look in. You good, bro?
I'm gonna have to be.
One step at a time. We got your back.
Yeah. Thanks.
This is a good time to take a second to describe it. They're now letting in all the regulars that made the journey, and it's not just regulars; it's also staff and people like that. And there are these wide gates, golden colored, golden hue, and they're just absolutely massive, as if like 10 giants standing on top of each other. You know, as you're walking in with these huge, gigantic walls surrounding it. But of course, you also see floating ships making the journey over these walls, through which you can only assume there's some manner of communication, which is allowing them to kind of go back and forth. So that is the main vibe I want to give of this place. It's obviously grand. Now, this is not the only Khun Estate. I wouldn't even say this is like the main one. This is a grounded one, though. So this is not like a floating, like a warship or a floating island or a floating castle like a lot of the other ones. This is like on the ground. You know, it's not in the air, right? Combined though with the ships kind of flying to and fro above, and it gives off this kind of combination of like old-fashioned walls, you know, statues that you see here and there, and like the designs are very ornate and elegant, combined with this like kind of futuristic technology of the warships kind of coming and going. But on the floor you see people with riding giant horses and carriages and stuff. So it's a very interesting combination that you're all kind of taking in. But yeah, so with that in mind then, Eden, Wu, and Brack, I'd like to get a quick vibe check with you three as well.
I think Eden is very much concerned about Khun and Khun Jeong and Khun Victor.
Okay.
More so than herself, and probably isn't really thinking too much beyond what are the risks with these guys. Because she's a little worried about Jeong showing his tenseness, and then also like what is Victor gonna actually be like once we get inside. So she's very focused on them right now.
Cool.
I'd say similar, more so focused on Jeong than Victor though for Wu. I think he's not very nervous about the continuation of this meeting. I think he got through the hardest part for him, so he's really just trying to make sure that he's able to fulfill his role as things have been planned.
Cool. Okay. How about Brack?
Brack is looking for the guard. Well, no, that guard wouldn't be here. Brack is just doing his normal duties as a escort for Wu. Just staying vigilant, looking around, making sure nobody pop out to attack him.
Yeah, you notice a couple of individuals that still to this moment are like looking at you and kind of like whispering about you. Particularly people from the Khun family, someone from the Hindolak family. You notice that they're kind of particularly like, oh, that's the guy, you know, and kind of making the association with Wu and such.
Quick question before I do what I'm thinking about doing.
Okay.
Above the table, are they rankers?
No. They are regulars.
Beautiful.
Like you. Okay.
Beautiful. Brack looks over at the Hindolak. Tick, tick, tick. All that judgment and yet not enough life to live. Must suck to be you guys. And then he looks over at the other team, or at the other group. He says, and I don't even have to say anything about you. Your existence just speaks for itself. And he just goes back to guard Wu.
Okay, so great. So for people who don't know, because there's some people here who don't read Tower of God and such, the Hendo Lock family is known for having short lifespans. We can get into the whole lore of it later, but so the Hendo Lock, the Khun's are the Khun's are more like this guy. Look at this guy. Oh my haha. But the Hendo Lock looks particularly offended, and he's gonna like stride up to you. What did you say to me?
You better water yourself back over there to your corner.
He's gonna like, okay, can you, hold on, give me a sec. I'm trying to think about how to respond to you. Because a couple people are kind of looking around, but he's gonna say, you do know that if I become a ranker quick enough, I can bypass that. Your generalization of our family is sick, and you're perpetuating this idea of our family that is disgusting and disgraceful. And I'll have you know, if I really wanted to, I could order you executed where you stand, especially after the stunt you pulled the other day.
Order me executed, abusing your power because you don't like what I have to say about you. Such a big, strong man, just like your father. I bet he would be proud of you. Over here threatening, just a minor, meager businessman that's just trying to live his life.
A meager businessman? Yeah, right. You tried to attack rankers yesterday. Whoa.
Attack a ranker? I didn't lift a finger. Flick their tongue, that was it.
At this point, I'm going to say Leaf would be like, hey. She's going to try to kind of like, get things situated.
I will say Wu is laughing hysterically.
Great, okay. Great.
Eden is full on panicking, realizing she's worried about the wrong person, and thought maybe he got his zoomies out last episode by sneaking off to the Urari's little guys, but apparently, no, was incorrect.
So I would say that the Hendo Lock looks at Leaf, looks back at you, Brack. You're lucky that I'm a merciful man. But remember, Hendo Lock Prim. Remember that name.
Excuse me? You said what?
Hendo Lock Prem.
Okay. Got it.
Is something funny?
Nothing. Didn't say a word.
My dear fellow retainer and my liege. She doesn't know what to call you. We should continue with our party, should we not? Please?
Yep.
Great.
Sure.
Have a lovely day, Mr. Hindalock Prim, and she'll bow in the Hindalock manner. Come on, guys. Leaf, grab Breck.
Leaf will
Brack
be
would
tugging
just
on
whisper. Brack would just whisper to Wu. He said his name was Hendo Lock Prim. He said, remember him? But he only got 20 more years to live.
Oh my god. Breck,
What
shut
if we
up.
remember him?
Breck, please.
We're not gonna make it, bro.
No. I'm gonna have to get so much money to bail you guys out of jail.
Somebody
much.
flash an ankle. Distract him and go.
Eden's got her ankles out. She's almost got her thighs out.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you're in the black dress.
He ain't my retainer.
She'll unbutton an extra button on her shirt. I don't know.
All right, cool. Well, aside from that, you do see a couple familiar faces, but you don't really have time to interact with them because everybody's being led inside, and you everything I described before applies even more so to the area you're being led into. Wide streets, tall buildings, a lot of them old-fashioned. Horses and carriages, giant horses and giant carriages, right? And statues, like I mentioned before, and like a big, strong sense of nature as well, like trees, lots of like huge trees and such, which look very beautiful. It's a very beautiful location for sure. And the massive gates, as the last regulars are filing through, the massive gates close behind all of you. And at this point, it's reaching late afternoon, or like mid-afternoon probably. And so you recognize some workers from the Khun family. They're not Coons themselves, but you can recognize them by their colors and by what they're wearing, that start to lead you all to the location. And on the way, you hear whispers that this Khun Estate location is, for the most part, kind of like being handed over to the people who are in charge of this meeting. So, for example, the Khun family isn't going to like have a strong presence at this meeting in the same way. They're just kind of like with Duma and his ship with the first part of the meeting. They're letting the people have the chance to use their facilities, but you probably won't see many of the actual owners present. It's more like they're graciously allowing you all to use their facilities. So there's a moment where, the staff will tell you, don't touch the statues, don't call, be very respectful, be gracious. There will be a food, there will be time for dancing and fun later on after the meeting takes place. So, be prepared for that. They also let you know that the meeting will be taking place in this great hall location. So it takes a few minutes to walk there, and I'm actually going to say that there's a moment where they ask the regulars to board carriages. So there's room for 4 to 5 people per carriage. How do you guys want to split off into these carriages?
Guessing just our groups, right?
Per
Yeah.
retainer groups.
I would think so.
That makes sense. I have a message
In
here.
threes. In threes.
Yes.
The inner horse girl in Eden just like she wants to sit up with the carriage driver, but she's like, I have my place. I can't do it.
For sure. Okay. You're like resisting the urge. Yeah, Brad.
Big time.
Could Brack roll like roll something to see like the anxiousness in Eden of wanting to sit in the front with the carriage driver?
You don't have to roll. You can tell like her eyes are very bright. She is very enamored with the horses and very much wants to go sit up in the front with the carriage driver, but again, she's gonna flank her liege lord retainer man Lopobia Woo, and we'll
Driver? Brack
Brack,
asks.
No.
Formalities in our group, if you wanna, do you?
Brack asks the guy, driver, how much for our lovely retainer to sit up front with you? She loves horses.
Are you? No money is necessary. I have a seat here if one of you would prefer to ride in the front.
Red leader, go ahead and take shotgun.
Are you two gonna behave?
It'll be fun. What trouble could we possibly get into by ourselves?
Oh, a lot. We've been here 5 seconds. A lot.
We're in the cab, like.
Yeah, but like, you jump out and sneak away.
No,
I am
we'll be
concerned.
here. We have syndicate business.
If you promise me you're both gonna stay put in the carriage the whole time.
Scout's honor will stay put.
You were a scout?
She don't.
He's the scout. You're the fisherman.
Fisherman honor. I'll stand the carriage.
Woo, this is on
I'll
you
be-
now.
I'll be in the
You
carriage.
control your retainer. I'm sitting in the front. She hops up there.
Have fun.
So yeah, you get a nice big view. You're like you get to feel fresh air a lot more now that you're in the front with next to the person. He's gonna look over. You like horses, hmm?
I've always wanted to. I've always liked them, yes, but I've never had the chance to be this close, and I'm very excited.
Really? Oh, they're wonderful creatures. And
I know.
the beautiful thing is that on this floor, they come in. Oh, my audio is kind of low. Give me a sec.
You're
I
good.
just realized. The beautiful thing is on this floor, they come in. I'm so sorry. My audio was quite low. I had to turn it up for OBS. I am so sorry.
You're good.
The beautiful thing is they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, particularly on this floor. So,
Jeong is so lucky.
this beast here, what was that?
Cyrus, he's a friend of mine.
Oh, very
Yes,
good.
he's so
very
lucky.
good.
He's so lucky.
He's from the
I
Khun
told-
family then. Ah, yes.
Yes, he's in one of the carriages up ahead.
I see. Very good. Ah, yes. Every Khun that lives here has always told me they love this place. Everything about it, from the architecture to the people to the animals, it's all just wonderful. And the most wonderful memories are made here as well.
Oh, I bet.
Yes, indeed. Whoosh. He's gonna keep going. Meanwhile, in one of the other carriages, Jeong, you're sitting with Hugo and Ace. Now, Ace, remind me. So, what is Ace's current state? Because I don't think we ever really did. We vibe check with Ace? We didn't. So yeah, I'd love to give you the chance to explain how Ace is feeling. And I'm sorry that I didn't realize. Yeah, please.
It's okay. She's. I mean, it's perfect. She's about neutral. She's like hanging under the radar. She doesn't seem to be acting any differently. She seems very mission focused. In fact, while she's in the carriage, as you know, Khun Cyrus has his sort of tension. She looks actually kind of relaxed, and she's crossing her legs, and I think she's sending vague, flirty texts to Khun Silva.
Okay.
With her name attached, because she doesn't think he's that smart. But like they're very vague, and they're very much like cat and mouse type of stuff.
Sure,
and she's just doing that with her
sure.
legs crossed, business focused.
Sure. There will eventually be like a very short response from Silva. He's just gonna ask, "You at Hall?"
Sure.
Oh,
She'll-
dumb.
Yeah. She'll send back a. What would she say? Time or?
He wouldn't respond to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll just look at it, and she just wants to keep him on the line. So she's like,
Okay.
all right.
Hugo's
she'll-
gonna just be like, "This place is nice." And then he'll kind of shut up after he looks over at Jeong and be like, "Yeah, maybe not. But then he will look back at you, Ace. The meeting with and he kind of looks at the front where the the person driving the carriage, with him. Are you doing okay?
Oh,
It's been
you're.
a few hours, right?
Yeah. No, it went well. Nothing suspicious. Found out what I needed to find out, and have what I need to do next. So simple.
You can tell something's on his mind, but he doesn't voice it. Partially in lieu of Jeong being there, and he doesn't want to bring himself up.
Yeah, but she definitely she's got the pocket in her hand after she's playing this game with Silva. She just kind of tucks it under her leg for a second, looks at him, and looks at Jeong. Do we have a plan for what's coming up? Khun Cyrus?
Honestly, no. I mean, my goal is still the same, but it's been a long time since I've been here. I don't know what it's gonna look like when we get in.
What's your objective?
Well, probably should make contact with Silva when I get there. The sooner I get my alliance started with him, the sooner I'll be able to make some headway.
Perfect. I've been texting him. So, should all line up. If, we play a fun game of keep away, that tends to be of the Khun sport. But, befriending him should be simple. If that's your objective, we can make that happen.
Is it smart using yourself as bait?
I don't see that there's much to lose.
It's fine, Hugo. If the plan goes right, she won't actually have to meet with him ever.
Besides, he's probably like other Khuns, scared of commitment. No offense, Jeong. you start to show any sort of interest or actual attention, details, he'll run pretty fast. So you play the casual, no commitment type of thing, and if that holds true, then I shouldn't have to worry about anything unless he gets actually interested. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna be fine.
You're there talking, and trying to kind of figure things out. You eventually realize, and this goes for the people in, a Woo's cart as well, Woo's carriage, that your carriages were all kind of like in line, going towards the same place. But then you notice, well, actually, feel free to roll. Let's roll perception, actually.
Oh boy!
So for the player characters,
what
roll
could
perception,
go wrong?
please. For anyone who wants to, at least.
21.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Ace is like, it is business, buddy. Let's go.
Dang. Okay, the Jeong and Ace cart are in the zone. Oh my god, these are all really good rolls.
I think honestly that works for me too, because I would say that like even in that conversation, like he wasn't even really looking at Hugo or Ace. Like he has been very like dead set focused on like where they're going. So I would say that
strat
works.
carriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strat carriage.
Okay. Fair.
Carriage, strat, carriage, strat.
Strategies.
So Jeong would be the first to notice. So Jeong, you realize that the other carts that were with you, now as the paths start to kind of split off into other directions, you start to split off. Like the one carriage goes left, the one carrying Victor, Leaf, and Shion kind of like splits off, and then you realize the one carrying Eden, Wu, and Brack also splits off as you continue heading down. Like you're intentionally being split up. I would say that Ace also, you pick up on this. Eden and Wu, you also pick up on it. Like it's the same conclusion, I would say. Yeah, if you want to have more questions about it, feel free. But you're realizing that like the carriages are all going towards different destinations now, or at least different paths. Yeah.
I'll and feel free to be as vague about this as you want.
Yes, sir.
Would Jeong recognize, like based on the directions, where any of these carriages are going specifically?
I would say that this particular area is less familiar to you, so you would not know.
Okay, that works.
Okay.
Okay, so from what Eden is perceiving, she's noticing that her cart is going in a different direction than Victor and Jeong's, because are theirs going in the same direction?
So even they are going in different directions. So all three of you.
Boy!
Yeah.
Her stress meter just went. She's watching it. She's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh boy, we're all getting split up.
Sure.
She'll probably like lean back into the carriage and just like let Wu and Brack know that like, hey, we're all being split up. Just be advised.
Yep.
She's like, oh
Noted.
boy. Okay. You both are still back there, right?
We're here.
Okay. Just checking.
Is Brack still present in the carriage?
I say Brack didn't roll, so I'm like,
Oh, let me roll.
You don't have to. Everyone perceived it anyway, so you don't have to. Yeah.
Brack is there.
He's there. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
what color are his eyes?
Here we go.
Just ask.
Here we go.
Red. They're red. They're red.
They're red.
It's
Okay,
fine.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
So as Eden
Like,
checks,
Mama Eden's got to look out for her people.
So Eden checks in, and I would say the person driving the carriage, is everything all right? Everything quite all right?
Just keeping my group safe.
Ah, very good. The checks should be any moment now, so we'll be stopping.
Checks?
Yes, the Khun Estate. We was very particular and clear about making sure that everyone who is being allowed is registered and all. So, just double checking everybody's presence and names and such. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
It's an extra measure of safety, especially with
I
the
understand.
families. Sometimes there is a little bit of tension, perhaps.
yes.
Trade isn't going so well, So, yes.
The political landscape between the families is very layered.
Indeed. There was one time where there was a couple of individuals who they managed to sneak their way in, but oh boy, they were in for a surprise. Khun Edwan himself was visiting this particular point, and he dealt with them personally. It was a delight. To watch.
Dear!
Truly a delight to watch. Yes. Yes.
How recent was this?
Oh, this would have been 30 years ago, most likely.
Oh, okay.
I think back on it quite fondly, though. It was a fun time.
The family head isn't in this time, is he?
No, heavens no. He only arrives during the special occasions.
I understand. I just figured with the confluence and all these other families here that he might be interested in all of the goings on, but I totally understand. He's a busy man.
Between you and me.
Interested in wine and women.
Your friend makes a very interesting observation. What I would say is that this is between us, and he's like talking to Bracken Wu too, just everybody who's there. We're all friends here. Since we're sharing.
Hey, info's info, baby. I'll take it.
He's been waiting for this.
Yeah. I personally don't believe that the family leaders pay much mind to the present goings on. The confluence, these meetings, I don't believe they think much of the worries and fears that their children have. That's just my own personal opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. There's a lot going on. So I was just curious to see if the master of the house would be in.
Well, there is a master of the house to some extent. The grand hall that we will be visiting is actually
the one that matters.
You should not use that language to describe the
I'm
lords
kidding.
of the Khun family.
You just said we were friends. I was kidding.
I see.
I think he was kidding too.
I was just testing the waters a little bit.
Of course you were. Look, I've seen images of the family leader himself, and I must say, he's the best of them all.
Oh, handsome to boot. Very, very, very good. Very good. Anyway, the checks have arrived. He's gonna kind of like slow down the carriage. So meanwhile, like Jeong, inside your carriage, you're noticing the split. Ace, you notice the split. You don't hear anything about checks though. Do you say anything before the check takes place?
No, I would just say I think like you notice him get a little bit more tensed up.
Sure.
Like as they get closer to the, to their like the exit.
You're going to have to relax.
I'll be fine. Got 2 whole minutes before we get to the front entrance.
As long as you can turn it off.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, right?
No, but I mean, I don't know. It's this, but we're swimming with literal sharks. They will smell blood in the water. So, if you're tense, if you show any amount of weakness, anything, you're vulnerable. And so, just making sure Khun Cyrus here is as well armored as possible.
Think I don't know that, Ace?
Well, I know you know it. But sometimes it's good to have someone else tell you.
I'll be fine.
Time for the check! The guy who's driving your carriage is not nearly as nice and friendly as the one driving Wu's carriage.
Oh, he's not flirting with Khun Edwan too?
What do you mean? I'm looking out for you, Jeong, because if Daddy Edwan's here, you're in trouble.
And so we'll start with Jeong's group. They ask you to step out of the carriage. You see 2 soldiers from the Khun army wearing the Khun colors. They're wearing helmets. They have spears on their back, attached to their backs. They're asking you to get out of the carriage. And Hugo will oblige. I'm assuming you do too. And they'll ask the leader for your name.
And he extends his hand out like as if to shake their hand. Khun Cyrus. Pleasure to meet you.
Very good. They shake your hand. They look at their notes. They kind of whisper to each other. Welcome home. Next. They look at Ace. Name? Ma'am? Ma'am?
I said Lyria.
Oh, sorry, your mic wasn't...
Cut out, yeah.
Yeah.
Lyria. Just Lyria.
Lyria. Ah, yes, we heard about you. Very good. You're free to go. Next!
Wait, hold on. Wait, back that up. Oh.
Hugo will look a little like more confused, but then he'll walk forward. Hugo. Very good. They let the three of you pass, and you're good to go. So the check continues. They ask for the leader of Wu's group. Your name?
Mophobia Wu.
They look back up. One moment, and one of the soldiers goes, and a third soldier is brought back. You get the impression they're of a bit of a higher rank. They kind of confirm your name and your retainers.
Don't be shy, guys. Introduce yourself.
My name is Eden, and she'll bow in like the coon manner.
Very good. And you?
I am the darkness in the night. I am the blackest of the black. I am Bronze Star.
We got a celebrity on our hands. Very good. You're free to pass. All right. All of you are given leave. Okay. Your carriages resume their journeys right outside the gates, and no more trouble after that. Your names were just taken down, a couple extra things here and there, but aside from that, you end up arriving. But when you arrive, you can't help but notice that Victor's carriage is not there. So the two of you, your carriages arrive, and when you step out, you're joining the other regulars outside of this large building that you gather is the grand hall that is going to be used for this meeting. But yeah, no sign of Victor, Leaf, or Shion.
I think that in Eden's heightened state of paranoia of what could possibly go wrong, she just like shoot a little text over to that group, just be like, "Hey, Shion, Leaf, Victor, like, y'all checked in? Question mark? Just send that over on the pocket."
Sure. Okay.
Because the panic is increasing.
So no response yet.
Great.
Just for the time being. I will say that as they're letting you into the Grand Hall, you do see a few of the rankers arriving as well. A few of the upper echelon. You catch a glimpse of Duma entering the Grand Hall, his hulking figure.
Let's go.
Entering, you see
I'm gonna
him.
make you feel it every time.
It's great. I love it. And like I said, you do see familiar faces too. I mean, you see Cal's group, you see Taki's group, you see, Elias's group. They're all there. Yeah. Do you all enter the Grand Hall? Following the other groups?
Yep.
I mean, Eden's following Wu at this point, but she is keeping a weather eye out for Victor's group because she's like, where are they?
Got it. All right. Very good. You enter into the Grand Hall, and it looks spectacular. It's still actually being worked on, because you still have the actual meeting part first. So you do see some of the employees, some of the maids and people in like butler outfits, maid outfits. They're going around, making sure the tables are clean. They're setting up the tables. There are these beautiful chandeliers glittering gold and shining as the light from the ceiling passes through them. There's like
Chandeliers of the Pokemon.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a bunch of like Pokemon. There's a bunch of chandeliers hanging there. Yeah. The ghost fire type. It's having a good time.
This is the secret the coons have been keeping this whole time.
On the tables there's like little lit wicks, Yeah, but there are candles on the table as well, for sure. And there's some stairs, grand stairs, and there's even a few like extra entrances and exits to other rooms from the Grand Hall. And you're being asked to be seated at your individual tables. And at long last, Eden, you do end up receiving a response from Shion. Shion responds. She just says, "On the way. We'll explain when we get there." And as everyone's taking their seats and getting ready, so I would say the meeting is going to be in this room. Like, there's going to be, you're all sitting at this table, at your individual round tables, great. But after the meeting, you will have the time to eat and dance and stuff. So right before the meeting is actually going to take place, that is when you see Victor kind of run into the room. He's kind of like sweating a bit, and followed along by Leaf and Shion, who have these like these tired looks on their faces. And Victor's gonna join Eden's table. Oh, it's tough. It's really tough being popular. Oh man.
Popular?
We got stopped because there was apparently fans from the workshop battle who recognized him and wanted to take pictures, and it was kind of crazy. Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. That tracks.
All women. Just felt like I should make that observation. Not that
Yeah.
it really matters, but you know. Well, actually,
Yeah.
that's not really true. And she's gonna look at Leaf. Stop it, Shion. Anyway.
Shion, you wanna like spill the beans?
Oh no, just that there were admirers of all sorts for more than just Victor, but I won't elaborate further.
Ooh, Leaf. Ooh.
It was maybe one.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Hi, Woo. No, it was maybe just one or two. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Shall I look to Shion if that's true? Like,
I need names, addresses, pocket
fully
information.
dox them.
I don't know their names. They just asked for an autograph and a picture.
Oh,
I didn't know what
they
to
were
say.
fans.
Yeah.
They were fans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. And Shion will look back at you, Eden, and be like, "It wasn't one or two, but you know, yeah."
You'll just nod, like, okay.
Yeah.
You just see Wu keying some things into his pocket real quick for later.
I imagine Eden is sitting next to Wu in some, or standing next to Wu in some capacity. She'd be like, peeking over, like, what is he putting?
You would notice that it's just reminders to double check on this
Oh.
Leaf popularity situation.
Yeah, that's very important.
Okay. All right.
But Victor is sitting there with Wu's group, but then your table is approached by someone in a butler kind of uniform. Pardon me, the Khun's, these are assigned seats. Khun Victor, yes, you will be seated over here with the other people from your family, if you please. Oh, silly me. Thank you. Are you sure? Listen, you can't make
They
an
were just
exception.
visiting. Please
Yeah.
go
No,
join
no,
your
no.
family.
Like,
we appreciate your time.
He'll look at Eden. Yeah, for sure. He'll look kind of bummed out. I don't want to go sit with those bozos. All right, guys. Talk to you later. See ya.
Enjoy family time.
No, it's gonna be great. So he will leave with the other two. Now, Jeong, there are assigned seats. So, you're able to find your table. And Eden, you would have sat. Eden's group, Eden Wubrak, you would have seen your name on the table, and so that worked out for you guys. But yeah, so Jeong, I'm assuming you sit down there, and as luck would have it, Victor's group sits down with you, which is great. So you're joined by Ace, Hugo, Jeong. You're joined by Victor, Leaf, and Hugo. But you're also joined by another group that arrives. Elias sits down at the table, and you can tell he's just like looking down. He does not. He's just like staring. He's just like very,
Poor baby.
head kind of hung, just intentionally staring at his dinner plate in front of him.
This fucking guy.
What do you
And
mean?
this is why-
The poor baby. Be kind.
Poor baby, my ass. He killed me, bro.
He killed me.
Hey, since when do we sympathize with Elias?
I don't, bro. I don't know where it came from.
Listen.
Not me, bro. Not me.
Okay, all right. So he's there, and Jerice will sit down as well, and he will kind of nod to everyone. Good to see you again, Eden.
Is he at our table?
Yes.
Oh, wait. At our
Oh, I'm
table?
sorry.
no.
Wait. Shoot.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
at the table. I'm
Yeah,
You know what?
we're not part of that.
Sorry. Thank you.
I'm not at the
Yes.
kids' table, but
Yes.
I appreciate the shout out, Jerice.
He would have given you a bit of a... But what's funny, in my head, I was like, he would greet Wu, but Wu's not there, so he'll greet Eden. And I'm like, wait.
From
Eden and Wu
across
are
the
not
way,
there.
he sees Eden and
Yeah, he just...
I stood you up for the
gives him a
dance.
nice-
I stood
him
you
the
up for
head
the
nod.
workshop battle ball, but like I appreciate you remembering. Big
he has not
chefs.
forgotten. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, he is there. I would say that he does greet Shion, like, particularly, and she will kind of, nod to him and greet him. And he'll ask her, like, how her training is coming along and that kind of thing, and she'll be chatting with him a bit. And Fawn is there as well, but you can tell she's actually in a very similar place as Elias, where she's kind of looking down at her plate. Like, it's like Elias looking down at his plate. In the middle is Jerry's talking across the table, and then next to him is Fawn, who's also just looking down. It's a group that is very odd looking, I would say. A trio that's kind of odd looking. But yeah, this is the chance for, like, anything you guys want to do before this next phase.
Does Eden spot with Duma's group? Is Sigmund with him, or is it just like Duma and his like entourage? from
Oh,
Oz?
sure. You don't see Sigmund with him.
Okay.
You see him joining like a long table at the front, kind of up above, raised above, along with the other leaders.
Okay, and so she does spot like Philippe and Onyx as well.
I was gonna say yes, you do spot Philippe. Onyx is there.
Okay.
He is there with his doggos.
His doggos.
Yeah, and you also
Okay.
do catch glimpses of Duma's grandkid. He's there as well. Aram is there, and
Okay.
yeah, all the regulars. You see Cal's at a very distant table. They're all there though. Yeah, they're all there.
Poor Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just clocking the room to see like if there was any. She's also keeping an eye out if there's any Popodals that have shown up in between
Sure.
here and there. So she's just kind of like keeping an eye out for
Okay.
Wu and just in general the surroundings.
Got it. I will let you know. One thing to keep in mind at your table, one team is seated with you. You don't recognize that team. They're background characters. But the other team that sits there is led by Hendolak Prim, and he is not happy to be
boy!
seated at your table. He gives Brack a glare and a bit of a
Where's Tucky?
grimace.
Not the
uh,
grimace.
Yeah.
Who's this that's
grimace
giving
shake.
Brack a grimace?
Prim.
Oh, no.
Prem.
Your best friend.
He sat at our table.
He literally told you to
Yeah,
remember.
Prem man, take his butt back to the Hunger Games and take that arrow to the chest again.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh!
All right. And I will make a slight adjustment that Taki is also seated at your table.
Okay.
Taki is seated there, so he's gonna wave and say hi to everybody that's there, and he looks happy to be with people he recognizes. But yeah. Then the talking kind of falls silent as they realize that one of the individuals at this table has stood up. Now there is an empty chair. Everyone's there, so you see even Vorari is there, right? Scopio is there. Miss Petal is there. Ace, Miss Petal gives you a little bit of a one of these, you know. But
In that case, it's polite.
yeah.
She's just such a hot ticket tonight. Look at you say.
Silva is there. Severina is there. But there's one empty chair, which you don't see the Eurasia. The Eurasia's not there, so keep that in mind. But the one who stands up, and you kind of get the idea that they maybe are going to take charge of this next phase of the meeting, perhaps. Duma kind of took charge in the previous one. This time, the one... Let me find a good song. Give me one moment
Darkwind.
here. Darkwind could work, but we're going to save Darkwind. Let's do this one.
Joe, you know what song to play.
Do I?
You know.
No, I'm not
Gonna
playing
rewind.
forward and back, bro.
Oh, you fire. What are you talking about?
Here we go. Maybe this one?
I'm the king of the tower.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'll do this one. Yeah. Okay. So, the individual who stands up and kind of leads it here is Milla. Milla's given the spotlight as she walks forward and kind of prepares to lead off things here. Do you have questions, Eden?
So many. There are rankers, and she is an A rank. Excuse me?
They are letting her.
She also
kinda
had the
take charge
spotlight at the
here.
workshop battle. Ma'am, what favors are you pulling? What has Abaddon done for you?
Listen, nepotism carries you far. What can I say?
You said it, not me. I'm gonna
So she stands there, and her voice carries across the room. It is the second day of our meeting. Thank you all for attending. I've been granted generously the opportunity to discuss with you and continue where we left off regarding the worries that certain members of the families are starting to have regarding uprisings in the tower. Now, yesterday you were given the chance to have one-on-one conversations with the leaders of your particular family, and we will have a similar opportunity for you today as well. What I want to focus on today is acknowledging the fact that our families have differences. And she'll look around, the REAs, the Haas, the Coons, everyone that's there, the Lopopias. Our families have never gotten along in the ways that they always should, perhaps, throughout the years of our history together. This is an inevitability of family, and she'll hone in on that one word. Because at moments like this, we may have our differences of opinion. We may sometimes clash in our ideologies. But when there is a common enemy, the time to come together is never more vital than now. I've seen it. Tension, fights almost getting started, and her eyes will dart over to Cal briefly, and he doesn't, he kind of starts sweating a little bit. And what I want to acknowledge is the idea that when we have to come together and face this common enemy, we don't have time for these minute differences, because they do not matter. This candle, as minor as it may be, if it's left alone, and she's gonna create a little flame in her palm, if left alone, imagine the damage it could cause to the structure. Allies are more important now than ever. And even if this damage does not destroy everything you hold dear, even if it destroys some of it, that alone is too much. And that is why in today's opportunity to discuss with the leaders, we want to encourage cross-family inspiration, advice, and the like. You may have the chance to discuss with leaders from other families. If you're from the Lopobia family, you may visit with Khun Severina. If you're from the Ha family, you may visit with Vorai.
I was gonna say, oh no, don't suggest that.
Sign me up. Counseling and this bonding is paramount. Forge connections with other teams, even if they're not always traveling with you. Foster the idea that if you're facing a difficult test, trade teammates. Perhaps you can keep in touch, and if you ever encounter a problem, remember this. As I am, you will be reaching my rank soon. I am almost a ranker. I will no longer have to take tests soon, and you will be in my position soon. Tests will seem trivial compared to what comes next. Start thinking about what you would like to do after the tests are over. I know it's hard to imagine a world without tests, but it is arriving soon. And I know each and every one of you has what it takes to become a ranker and to make a difference. Because right now this flame is small and it can be snuffed. But only if we work together and we share what we have in common. Make our differences what make us strong so that we may work together and fill the weaknesses of one another. Thank you. Clapping from the audience. Clapping from... Is there anybody who does not clap? I'll just say that.
Aiden would politely clap, but she's parsing what she said. She knows how to fit into this type of a crowd. She knows how to play the game.
I see it. Cyrus, you were quick to raise your hand. No claps from Jeong. What about Brack? I see you unmuted.
Brack just looks and sips his water.
Very good. You do have a lemon, so it's lemon flavored. I feel like that was important.
Brack pushes the water to the side.
Oh, wow. All right, my bad.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, my bad.
Lemons, how fucking dare you?
Trying to make my water sour.
Where the strawberry water at?
So then there's a bit of Mila goes back to her seat, and the next one to stand up Silva strides forward with all the swagger of an elephant. You know, I like that
Of an
term.
elephant.
Yes. Yes.
Glad she signed her name.
Elephants got swag,
Thank you.
bro.
Thank you.
Joe, you and I will talk later.
Name
I just want to
one.
make sure you know what an
I want
elephant
you-
is.
Name one.
No,
What do you mean
no.
name one?
Dumbo.
Hold
He
on.
has swag.
I'm trying to picture this, and I'm curious. So,
Okay.
is he stomping as he walks, or
Yeah, with the
Like,
little,
what is he
no,
doing
you know
exactly?
the little swing of the trunk, the
Thank
back
you.
and forth.
That's-
no,
thank-
yeah.
Will
Yeah, but
understand.
that's a heavy
No,
trot though. That comes with the
no.
swinging of the trot.
No, nothing good comes from that imagery. No. There's just like so many animals that are in existence that you could have picked. Like so many other animals.
I'm sticking with the
I see
elephant.
what you were going for, Joe. I got you.
I
I
appreciate
see.
that, Woo. Thank you, son. Oh, so yeah, he. This is an English major. What do you mean, Zane? I am making the most use of the English language. Thank you very much. All right, so he walks forward, you know, hands in his pockets. Hope you guys like the place. Kind of like waves his hand. You know, we got an arcade room over there, so knock yourselves out if you're feeling the urge to play some video games. Just know that I've got the top score on everything in there, so knock yourselves out trying. But and then like you hear like a clearing of the voice from Duma, who's like,
Yeah, keep him in line, brother.
I almost forgot I had important things to say.
Who
Listen.
says under stress, the top score probably isn't that hard to get.
I think you get the vibe like Leaf is feeling the same. She like looks at you and she's like, no way. Listen, when you're under this roof, that means you are family. Milla, he turns to her. You know how much I respect you. He like winks at her. And every word that she said was right. Above all, though, if these rebels, these little traitors, these little worms that are crawling around, if they think they're tough, all it means is that us, as the families, we finally get to face a challenge. And you can see that, like, as soon as he starts going on this rant, Duma, once again, particularly just, like, you can say, like, tenses his jaw. Wow, the music always gets to that part of like, woo.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Duma's just menacing aura. It just starts different music.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if you need a little bit of inspiration, just imagine how good it must feel to finally be able to use your full power, your full potential. You're a member of the great families. The blood that runs in your veins makes you special. Make the most of it. Man up! Thank you. And he'll go back and sit down. And there's slow claps into you know, Coon family. The three Coon boys are like, woo! That's our boy! Particularly. And you can tell once so there's like silence, and Duma will finally stand up. As Milla said before, we will have opportunities to meet with other leaders. We are asking for any information you may have on particular organizations in the tower that you may wish they may have been contacted by or may know more about. What I will say is this. We've lost important pieces of our family. And even though he doesn't look at Vorari, you can tell he's referencing Vorari, who is there, arms crossed, but he's like, his eyes are closed and his head is like tilted down, so you can't get a read on what he's thinking. We've lost high rankers at this point. I will not stop you if you choose to tackle this head on. Just be warned. Blood or no, do not underestimate your foe. Be smart. forge bonds with those close to you, including us. As the ones who are at the forefront of this issue, we have plans to stay in touch going forward. I know this may be unusual between regulars and rankers, but we are not giving these rebels the chance to strike back and to deal more damage than they've already done. So then other members, particularly Scopio and Miss Petal, stand up and start talking, but I'm just gonna say it's more of that vibe. Like, it's, you know, the same things that were said yesterday and today. Aside from all that I just said, it's kind of rehashing on the same thing. You know, there's a point where you notice Victor kind of starts to doze off. You know, the talks are kind of going longer. It's a bit, but eventually, as it's nearing the end, food is starting to get passed around. And this wakes a lot of the crowd immediately. You could tell they start to get really happy because no one's really eaten most of the day, aside from maybe a couple of sandwiches made by Molly, and they were subpar, but you know, they were food nonetheless. So then Milla, at the end of this, will stand back up. Take the time to enjoy a meal. Then we will have the opportunity to do our meetings, individual private meetings, and then we will take the time to engage in some dance and some entertainment in that way. Enjoy your meal. And people will clap for that because food is food. Food is great. Which is, you know, and people are starting to like pass out the food, starting to take your order. You don't even have to get up. It's being handed to you. So whatever food you would like, the Khun family will provide and will make sure you get what you want. So, Wu, how was your journey here? Taki turns to you.
What do you mean by that, Taki?
Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm just...
Oh, no hostility. I just...
How are you doing?
I really didn't understand the question.
So...
You meant like
we came here from that...
Oh, so you meant carriage ride.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. I don't know. I'm just asking how you are.
I'm good, man. Sorry. My bad.
It's all
okay. You know, we did meet this interesting character.
Yeah?
He was by the name of Prim. Right there.
He's at the table.
Yeah, I'm whispering now. He's right there. He's super trash. Him right there. And he points at him like across the table. Yeah, just Taki.
Okay.
Taki.
He's trash.
Just laugh with me. Just laugh with me. Laugh with me. And Wu's still pointing at him.
Prim will like just be like, "What are they doing over there?" Before he resumes, you notice Prim is looking around the room for some reason. Did you say that, Brad? Did you? I'm sorry. Hold on. What did you?
Brock says, "What are they laughing at?" He goes, "They're laughing at you."
He ignores you because he's the bigger man.
Not how that works. 20 years.
Sorry, I tried.
20 years, Brack.
I'm trying.
20 years.
It's tough. I can't compete against Brack. What can I say? He turns away though from you. You notice that Min does not have his headphones on. They told me I couldn't listen to music during the talks. How lame is that?
I think they're important to pay attention to, men, and you can give your eardrums a break. Remember what I did the other night?
Yeah, and that did feel good. I will admit. But
Wait, what happened the other night?
I healed his ears because he's damaging his eardrums in a very
that's not true.
aggressive way.
It's listen, some people get scars in battle. If those are my scars, those are scars I am gladly willing to accept.
Feel you, man.
And Huangso will be like, yeah, he literally does. He does fight better when he's listening to music, so he's not far off.
All right.
Plus, it's just good background music. So, like that example when that idiot, what was his name, Silva? Yeah, when he was talking, like, I like if just imagine comical music playing. You know what I mean? It just would have been so good. It would have been great.
Right. Keep in mind, we are at the Khun Estate, and he is Khun Silva, so maybe tone down the insults.
Okay, you're right. Fair enough.
Hey,
I want us all to leave here alive. That's all.
That'd be good.
Got a ringing in your ears from all the music by any chance? Happened to me back in the day.
A little bit, but I kind of like it, you know?
Try these.
Hmm?
Bartimus Pharmaceuticals. New product.
Yo, no way.
Should help with that.
I didn't realize.
Just,
are you a sponsored
one
regular of theirs?
Take one a day. Let's not get into the logistics. Just
Okay.
take one a day and send me a report once a month as to any side effects.
You got it, man.
Eden will lean over to Wu. Are you still peddling those?
Honestly, there's genius to be had when it comes to the first. The other two,
Oh boy.
not the best.
As if on cue, someone lumbers over to your table.
Oh no.
Excuse me, Brack. You feel someone like kind of, you know that feeling of like the kind of grip on the shoulders of like, you know, like hello there. It's like a weird, awkward kind of like, hey, grip of the shoulder. I'm here. Hello. Thaddeus walks over to your table. I
Do
remember
not
you.
get your paws off of me.
Force of habit. Excuse me. You I remember you. You're that business fellow, yes? I've heard much about you.
Yes. We've come a long way. I believe it was one of your colleagues a deal, but he rejected it. What brings you here, sir? I gave you a deal as well, but what brings you here, sir?
He like looks at Eden as well, looks at Wu. Huh. Well, I had hoped to run into my old employee here. How is the young frog doing?
Living life
Is that
with
so?
the Jahad army.
Yes, indeed. And is he still traveling empty-handed? How is
If you're asking about the scissors, yes, he still has them.
Quite.
No.
Good luck finding them.
No, my fellow, my
Thaddeus is my name.
Not you. He did something better.
Don't tell him.
Way better.
Don't tell him.
You're gonna love it.
Oh, please.
Melted it. Destroyed it. Sent it to the ether. Never to return again.
You have.
He is right though. It's the scissors are gone. If that makes you feel any better, they are gone.
That's totally fine with me. I was just simply curious about my Damien. But back on the topic. He turns back to you, Brack. I heard you've been making a name for yourself. You made a deal recently with a acquaintance of mine. I can't quite remember his name. It sounded a lot like yours, though. He said he's some kind of partnership.
You mean my main man, Boris? Yes.
I don't think that was his name.
Was it not Boris?
I don't believe so.
I mean, I'm talking not Boris Bar.
No, I have no idea what the hell that is.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Which name are we searching for? I can look for it real quick.
Can I be
Above
honest?
table?
I
Yeah.
actually don't remember. It was like a name that was so similar to Brack Bronson, though. It was at the end of Mount Caustica. I don't know maybe if you have it in your notes, but like Brack and Mark partnership with him.
That was
Bark Brenson or something. I can't quite remember, but
I'll
yeah.
find it.
Okay,
Uno
thank you,
momento,
Lord
por
Keeper.
favor.
So Thaddeus is, gonna be chatting with you there. But meanwhile, at the Jeong and Ace table, is there any interactions or anything that you would say to the fellows at your table? Oh, your voice cut out there. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Just let me know if my mic does that. It's really stupid right now.
Okay.
Who's at our table?
Yeah, so it's Victor's
Again?
team, and then Elias, Jerice, and Fawn. So the NPCs of Team Recall, and then Elias, Jerice, Fawn, that group, and then Jeong, of course. Is it like a silent table, or is there any like jump between Jeong, Ace, Victor, anything happening at your table?
Ace, real quick. Silva didn't respond to the time thing, right?
He did not.
Perfect. She's just gonna take out her pocket real quick and say, never mind, someone came up, send it, and then immediately reply, or send back something in parentheses, like it was an autocorrect. So, never mind, someone came up, and then send, like, I meant to say something, not someone, sorry.
Oh, I see. Okay, sure.
And then start talking to whoever's closest. Jerice!
Have we met?
I don't think we have. Not officially.
Jerry's.
I'm Lyria. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Wu's table and then back to you. What position do you fill?
Used to be a scout, now I'm a light bearer. Jack of all trades to an extent. What about you?
Currently a fisherman. And I want to say that you all noticed something a little different about Jerry's in that before he had like dual katanas, a spear, and then like his halberd that was kind of his primary weapon of choice. But you notice that now he has all the same weapons, but like 2 additional katanas. So now he has like 6 weapons on his back instead of 4.
Did he have this when we first re-encountered him?
I would say so. I just didn't mention it as of yet.
Well, retroactively, we would have clocked that and mentioned it, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got a lot of weapons.
I have many arms.
Ace is like studying all of them. You can tell like the shift from her business, like I'm making a plot, to the
Sure.
mechanic type of like
I see.
intrigue
Yeah.
kind of kicks in. Well, if you ever want to craft new ones or need help with your current ones, I might have a team that can help.
Thank you.
Yeah, called the mechanics. It's
You do
what
have a
we're
lot of
working on.
arms, but you only have 4. What are those 2 guys over there for?
Victor.
No, Jerry's and I go way back. It's fine. It's cool. He kind of looks at him like, do we?
I was gonna be like,
like, when did y'all ever speak?
what are you talking about?
It's good to be
curious too.
prepared, Khun. And he will then turn to look at Jeong, and there's just like a tension there. Elias hasn't said a single word. But then Fawn, and she'll look at you, Ace. She didn't introduce herself to you, correct? I don't believe she ever specifically talked to you, or did she?
Saw her a long time ago. I don't
Right.
think they ever.
That's
I don't think
right.
they ever like officially introduced, but she knows who she is.
Sure. Well, she'll kind of meekly introduce herself. Fawn Van Sycamore. And she'll kind of like give a little nod. Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Fawn. And Leaf will smile at her, and they'll strike up a bit of a conversation. Fawn starts to relax more, talking to Leaf, and then she'll also talk to you a little bit, Ace, as well. Just the general kind of typical questions.
Yeah, sure.
Any update on that guy's name? I tried searching for it. I couldn't freaking
I put it in the
find
chat. I think it's
Oh,
Mr.
shoot.
Mugen.
No, that was someone else. It's okay. I'm sure maybe there's a mysterious individual who talked to Brack. It's all good. Thank you for thank
look.
you. There's a mysterious individual. I would say that Thadio will try to spark conversation with you, Brack. Does Brack show any return interest in discussing things with Thadio at all?
Nope.
Okay.
He declined their deal originally when him and Damien went to the shop.
Yeah.
So Brack is like, be
Ooh.
gone, bozo.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, Brock Borson sounds super familiar. Brock Borson, maybe. Yeah. So he'll. Well, it was good talking to you. And he'll walk away. And then.
Beat it, you broke bum.
Okay. Let's calm down. Eden, you will now notice that Sigmund and Hope are entering and are being seated at a separate table with a few other other workers who are given the chance to eat. So he's kind of at an off table next to Hope. So he is there now.
Okay.
And I would also say that Ace, you would notice that Luke is there. In fact, Luke is at the same table. as Hope and Sigmund. So a lot of the other kind of like people who aren't directly affiliated are being seated at additional tables, but he is there too. And yeah, you notice that Hugo is looking around the room also. And now I need Jeong to make a perception check. Hey. Please and thank you.
Conceal, don't feel, John.
Conceal, don't feel, huh? Oh my god. What is up with you in these nat 20s?
Bro, I'm kind of
I love this
scared.
table.
Like,
Yeah,
what's
it's a little
happening?
weird.
Oh my god.
Bro, I'm
just
scared I'm gonna
embrace
like.
it.
I mean, I'm gonna embrace it, but like, I'm scared at the same time.
Just embrace it.
I can smell a nat 1 on the horizon somewhere.
No, no, it's your night.
Okay. Hey, look, bro. Yeah. I feel it.
So, Jeong, you will be looking around, just in not in obviously a suspicious way, but just clocking in your surroundings. And you notice that nobody has given you a particular like glance. No one, because you're obviously, yeah, you're in the middle of the Khun Estate. Even if you've never been in this particular building, you know, no one seems to be giving you any particular attention that wouldn't be given to any other Khun. They're treating you like any other Khun, probably asking you before everybody else about drinks and stuff like that. But you do, and as soon as you notice this, that nat 20, you pick up on it entirely. You do recognize one of the maids that is giving out food and helping people there. You absolutely recognize them, and it's like she looks a little older than you remember, but it is absolutely the same person. It would have been the maid that worked for your family when you were a child. She is there, and she has not noticed you. Does Jeong do anything in response?
I would say that just in terms of general demeanor, like the kind of, very focused, almost on edge attention that he's been giving, like would have kind of dropped.
Okay.
And he would have gotten up and walked over in her direction. Whatever table she's at.
Sure, yeah. You're kind of walking up behind her. She's helping out one of the other tables. I would say, you know what? Let's say that she's helping Cal's table, right? So you're like approaching, and Cal will kind of be like, oh, there, just give you like a little nod, right? And just kind of, he's sitting at the same table as Jin and Dusk and Dawn, but he doesn't particularly point you out. But you approach, and she's like pulling, some of the used plates and such and stacking them together. Sir, may I help you? Sir?
I just wanted to introduce myself. You look familiar.
Oh. It is great to meet you, sir. And my name is Starla. I am a maid of the Khun family.
Right.
Are you feeling all right? Do you need me to get you anything?
No. I'm listen, I know this is out of nowhere, and I need your help with something. Is there any way that we could meet up later? If that's all right with you, of course.
Certainly. Just, I'll be here for the next few hours. Just let me know.
Yeah, great. That's great. It was
Are you sure you're all right?
Ace is gonna walk over behind Cyrus. Are you feeling all right, Cyrus? You should come back to the table. So sorry, he's...
No. If there's anything I can get, if I can get for you.
No. She's right. I just, being here, I haven't been here in a long time. It's bringing up old memories and the like. It was nice talking with you, and I'll see you later, perhaps.
You as well. You sure you're good, dude?
Please do not speak to my Khun like that, sir.
Sorry.
We have business to attend to. Thank you. She like turns him around and back towards the table.
I think Shion would also have like kind of slowly made her way over, just a little bit away, not to make herself immediately obviously too close to your group.
And you notice now that he's like moved away from her, he's kind of, regaining and rebuilding a little bit of his composure, but he definitely, was obviously very shook up.
Mm-hmm. Feeling good? Do we need cool air? Do we... Cyrus?
What is she doing here? She's not...
Hey.
Did she... It's been... Oh, God. I didn't know.
Cyrus, we're gonna sit you down. We're gonna talk about this later.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Please, let's...
No, it's okay. There's just people watching, okay?
I know. Let's go. And then he's gonna walk back to the table.
Hey, Victor's gonna lean over. Everything okay, man? He's gonna give you like a look like outside of his obvious words. Are you okay? Being like actually like what's going on? Like you good?
And you can tell as soon as he sat back down at the table in front of everybody else, like he just flipped the mask back on. Yep, all good, buddy.
For the first time, Elias will slowly turn and look at you. And then kind of look back.
He just looks at him, kind of squints his eyes, but he isn't... Like, he saw him look at him, but he doesn't say anything.
Got it. Well, no offense, guys. This table's kind of boring. I'm gonna go see what the other people are up to. BRB. Oh, I guess really quick, too. Ace. Appreciate it. Just taps your shoulder and walks away from the table.
Ace is like, what did I do?
And then over at Brack, Wu, and Eden's table, Victor is going to walk over. And he's going to pull up a chair. Hey, gang, how was the food? Brack, did you enjoy?
Brack is just using a toothpick as he gets out a piece of meat from his teeth. Had better. The chef needs work.
Hey, that's my family you're talking about. Watch yourself.
Your family can't cook. Okay?
I'm pretty sure the chef has nothing to do with the family.
Well, they were hired by us. That's kind of the same thing. Well, no,
yeah,
it's
your
definitely...
money's... You gotta get your money up.
Yeah, listen. If you're implying that my family... Maybe it is a Khun chef down there. You know what? Maybe I should ask. Maybe I should go check. I thought the food was pretty good myself. I mean, obviously, like, the I asked for, like, a rare, and they gave me, like, a medium rare, so, like, what's up with that? But, like, it's okay. Like, novice chefs sometimes make mistakes. There's probably an intern down there or something.
Just whatever you do, go easy on him, Vicky. We know how you treated the last person that cooked for you.
Okay, I may have gotten a little verbal when I shouldn't have. I'm sorry about that. I get this is personal for me.
He said verbal. He ended that person's entire career. They'll never cook again.
Come on now.
Victor, in all seriousness though, forget the food. I thought
Pops is supposed to have the best wine selection in the world. Where I'm not seeing anything crazy.
Oh, trust me. I've been around this area. I've heard about it. Listen. It's gonna be passed out for the dancing. Okay, they're gonna want people to enjoy themselves. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I'm waiting.
All right, fair. And then on cue. Wait, hold on. One of these classic quiet in the halls. Everyone kind of goes a little bit quiet, but it's kind of hard when everybody's eating and having fun. Slight change of plans. With everyone moving around, we've decided to rearrange the schedule. The dancing and festivities will be held now, and the meetings will be held afterwards. Please enjoy yourselves. And everyone, woo, yeah, party time, baby. And the tables are kind of like being cleared a bit, and everyone's preparing to like have fun and all.
In Woo's mind, he's like, I'm glad we're getting to the festivities, but why did they switch it up like that? And are you really just trying to get us loose before we have a serious meeting? No,
Interesting. Well, with that, in your mind, Victor, I guess that's perfect timing. Apparently the leaders of the groups are expected to do some dancing too. It would look badly on the families if they didn't. I'll make sure Jeong gets the memo too. So on that note, but then he gets a little bit cut off because as people are moving around, Eden, someone approaches you.
Hello, hi, it's me.
Would you like to dance?
Yes, sir.
All right. He will lead you onto the dance floor. And with that, we're going to take our break.
Get the fanfiction pens out.
We're
It's
going to
happening.
take our break.
Stay calm.
It's finally.
Stay calm. Hey,
Yo,
she
the
danced with him already.
army better be
It's
paying
happening.
him double, bro.
Yeah.
He is promoting the hell out of Jahad's army right now, bro.
I mean, nah, this is that office meme for real. It's happening.
They have
for
danced
real.
once. That is true.
We have
Yeah.
dance at the
There's, like,
workshop.
dance
Right,
floor
right,
spectacles,
but-
like,
I never thought I'd see them together again in this capacity. So.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy. Well, let's see what
Let's
happens,
go.
guys. Don't go
Panic,
anywhere.
Hey,
We have a
don't-
short beam reel today, so enjoy the memes and fan art, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Ta-ta! Be back in 5.
Tell me, do you like rock? Tell me, do you like rock?
Wolf people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
Tell me, do you like rocks? Tell me, do you like rocks?
Well, people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
Tell me, do you like rocks? Tell me, do you like rocks?
Well, people are the greatest. They're full of wisdom and experience.
Welcome back, everybody. Towers and Gods, we're so back. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the memes and the fan art. You know the drill. If you want to submit your own for goofs and gaffs, join the link down below. It's a good time. It's always fun seeing people's contribution in the form of, it doesn't have to be fan art, it can be memes, like, obviously. So it's really fun. It's really fun seeing people's love for this series in that way. And with that said, we're gonna hop back into things. All right, let's go. So Eden, you have been invited to dance with Scopio. You accepted, I believe.
I did.
So very good.
It's kind of hard to turn down the vice commander of the army, especially when he's trying to specially recruit
Fair
you.
point. Yeah, you know, when you put it that way.
Optics would not be good.
That is fair, to be honest. That is fair. Okay,
Yeah.
So yeah, he leads you, and you're one of the first. I mean, there's other people who are going onto the dance floor too, but you're part of the first group that is doing so.
Woo-hoo.
Now, is that Ace looking out to see who is dancing? What's going on there?
If they're the first ones out, it's gonna be like, what the heck?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sorry, Ace.
Um,
I'm sorry.
It's workshop ball all over again.
We have a history together. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
shoot.
Just kidding. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Now, Victor is going to go over back to your table, Jeong. Hey, dude, just so you know, it doesn't look good if the team leaders don't go out.
I want to say before he even finishes that
Alright.
sentence, Jeong stands up and he turns around and walks over, and kind of very similarly to the workshop ball like episode that we did, he like puts his legs together and extends his hand out towards Xion.
Oh! She doesn't even, no words need to be exchanged. She takes your hand to go out to the dance floor. Very good. Very good. And then, okay, so Victor would be like, oh yeah, it's kind of boring that he actually is dating her now. It's weird. It's weird, right? It's like hard to get used to.
I know I'm not next to him, but it just sounds like you salty that you fumbled your own relationship with me.
It's been like 10 years
How
of
dare
them
you?
being together.
And yeah, so that's happening. Anyone else making any movements while everyone's going out to dance?
You already know what I'm gonna do.
What do you want to do, Woo? Let's hear it.
Can I clock Severina? Is that a thing?
Oh,
is she
my
here?
gosh.
Oh, she is up there watching, and you're
like above, or like there's like overseer
at the table with the other leaders.
Who's gonna?
Well, if she was above, I'd have been like, yo, you got a cloud somersault up there.
I would have done just that, bro.
Damn.
No, yeah. Can I approach her?
Sure. Yeah. You're the first.
Certainly try.
You would be the first like regular to approach that table. So like they all kind of look over at you. You do notice that Silva has gone onto the dance floor with Milla.
Ain't no way he accepted a dance with this.
Wow, an absolute mid pairing. Anyway,
You know, Silva dances like Donald Trump, bro. That's definitely that's what he's doing out there.
Let him do his twist in peace. Come on.
That's fucked up.
The elephant twist, you know?
The elephant.
Oh no! Why did you
twist.
say that, Woo? All right, whatever. Moving on. They're
Nah,
dancing.
He's more suave than that. He's a coon. He's got it in his genetics.
Yeah. Listen, he's a coon.
No, I
He's a
refuse.
coon.
I refuse to believe that.
That's
No.
incredible.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anyway, so you approach Severina. She's gonna like blink very slowly and then look you in the eyes.
My apologies. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Lopo Biawu, nice to formally meet you.
When you say that, Varari like opens his eyes for the first time and looks at you out of the corner of his eyes.
We was just gonna give him like a polite nod. Miss Severina, is it?
She'll like turn her head.
Appreciate you for bringing my comrade Hope
by earlier.
The boy, he was a member of your team.
Not necessarily, but let's just say we have a vested interest in him. Anyway, just wanted to introduce myself. You strike me as somebody that I should know, particularly amidst the rabble here. And he looks back at Prim at the table.
With Bug gone, we gotta turn the hate to somebody. I mean,
instant enemy.
And you don't fancy yourself amongst the rabble?
Absolutely not. Never have been.
You don't fancy us amongst the rabble? And she like
Of course
motions
not.
to the table.
I only see serious contenders at this table.
She's
But that's
judging
neither
you.
here
You know that she's judging you right now.
Do I need to roll something?
Can you roll like persuasion? Let's see how see how well this is coming across, because you're saying, you know, interesting things. I want to see how well the delivery is.
Let's go.
That is a 20. That is a 20. All right.
Anyway,
Are you going to ask me to dance or not?
well, less work for me. And he extends his hand.
She will take your hand, and normally in the context of me saying this, it's like flux volk cold, but like she has like her cold hand. It's not like dead body cold though. Sorry, I'm ruining the moment for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Her icy kind of cold hand, in a normal way, takes your hand.
Okay.
And she follows your lead.
Nice. Could have went worse.
All right. Very good. Very good.
I'm so happy for you, brother. I'm so happy for you.
Hey man, we're just getting started.
I'm gonna have to live vicariously.
Let's make a
through you,
name for
so
myself.
I
Yeah.
Careful, Icarus.
I've taught you well.
Oh shoot. So yeah, they're on the dance floor. So everyone else, you're seeing all these pairings kind of, heading out. You see that Dusk and Dawn have taken the stage. They're still wearing their helmets and such, leaving Cal alone at the table. Yeah, and then eventually you notice that Leaf gets asked to go dance by Onyx, to parry Onyx, and his doggos are having a good time off in a corner, just tussling with each other, and so she goes onto the dance floor with Onyx, yeah, Victor's kind of looking around. Oh, this is fun, yeah. Oh, I knew it. See, and then you see that drinks are being handed out. I knew the drinks would be saved for now. Wu will be happy, and he looks over at Wu, and Ace, you would notice that Wu is dancing with Severina.
Oof.
Ooh. And you see Silva dancing with Milla and all the pairings and such.
Victor, you want to dance?
Oh yeah, sure.
You said yourself, it looks bad if heads don't dance, so let's get you covered.
Oh damn, I am ahead, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He heads out into the floor. You can tell that his mind was kind of preoccupied. But he goes
5
out.
5-minute dance.
5 minutes. Yes, precisely. Very good. Okay. Brack, what do you do during this time?
Brack just sits and watch all the people dance as a happy memory just flutters in his head of a town that once was, as they all danced after a wonderful harvest.
I see.
For a split moment, his eyes turn blue and he chuckles.
Can I have time briefly kind of halt here, actually? This is a good time. Can you roll religion for me, Brack?
Oh shit.
I've never rolled religion in my life.
Oh boy.
It's bound to
Good
be
luck,
good,
brother.
right?
This is what all
John's
those thoughts and prayers were for?
That first time, brother.
It's a 14.
Yeah, first time.
14. That's pretty good in this what I'm looking for. So you are watching, and then you start something. It's and I say this mostly for like, it's not even like Red Eyes that senses this for the most part. It's like the other personalities that hear like something enters your head, and like you hear a chuckling reverberate around your head.
Who in the hell? Does Brack know who it is?
So I think Brack hears it like Red Eyes would hear it less.
Okay.
But he definitely does not. Actually, so now that you've heard the story, if you want to try to find roll history for me, let's just bring out all the weird rolls that you've probably never really done. Let's just do it. Let's see what.
Brack
What
has
comes
no
of it.
history, no religion.
Okay, damn.
Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at this nonsense.
This is a 3. Yeah, you cannot trace the voice, unfortunately. And as soon as it appears and it kind of reverberates, it's very soft. It's not like it's like a and then it fades.
So I guess let's do some detective work. Is the voice coming from in the room?
No. It's
No.
source is in your mind.
Ah. Get out of my head.
And it's gone. It is out of your head.
Daggone chuckles. Only I chuckle. Chuckler. I don't know who you are. I can't remember who you are. Got daggone history. I don't know the history. I'm gonna get a drink. And Brack gets up and he goes and gets a drink.
Look like an alcoholic drink?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Cool. Well, Eden, you are dancing with Scopio. He isn't as elegant of a dancer as you remember.
Awesome.
So,
I
please.
No, I was just say I appreciate the offer for the dance.
It's my pleasure. I don't enjoy dancing with those who don't know how.
Understandable.
So, how did your time spent with your friends go?
It was, no offense, Vice Commander, very uninformative.
I knew they were unfit for the job.
To be fair, one of them is my cousin, but yes, he did not necessarily relay pertinent information.
What information would have been omitted?
Anything, really.
You and your friends did not talk about anything new. Anything informative.
Basically, the pitch was join our side. They're watching your friends, and that was about it.
So they failed to tell you of the goals of our enemies?
They did. I don't recall them.
I see. He's gonna kind of look at you like, that's weird. They definitely did. But he kind of just narrows his eyes. And with all of that in mind, have you come to a decision?
I knew you were going to ask me this. Not yet. I'm weighing my options. Because if Regulus is working on that little of information, it's not a very good pitch. And if the army truly wants me, they're gonna have to guarantee a few more things before I would be tempted.
Things such as...
Safety. Guaranteed safety for a lot of people.
For friends of yours.
Mm-hmm. Friends, teammates, relatives, extensions of the like.
It's certainly a
'Cause if the
proposal
other
I'm willing to
faction-
consider.
Because if the other faction is watching our friends and relatives and people that closely, and you want me on your side, stakes are gonna have to be raised.
Good. You're bargaining.
When don't I?
Well, allow me to say this then. Not all that Milla said was untrue. You do have time to make your decision. It does not even have to be at this meeting. But you will have to make your choice before you finish your climb. It will be over before you know it. Where tests fade from your priorities. We will no longer have a destination that you are forced to follow. You will have an empty goal, one that must be filled.
Definitely. But I think potentially to get all of the benefits of being a sponsored regular, the decision can't take too long.
Agreed.
Or would you prefer?
However, I'm willing to extend the deadline for you. I do not wish to push
when?
any pressure on you. For your employment in Jahad's army under my watch, make your decision. At the very least, before you finish your climb. The sooner the better.
Would I work directly under you? Directly with you? Or would I just be some grunt until I proved myself?
You would work directly under me, starting from day one.
In what capacity?
You would be given a title, something like a right hand of mine. Not with any direct authority over to make commands, but simply, where I go, you would go. I would not lose sight of you.
And that's part of the protection you'd offer.
Indeed. Now, if you wished for protection for others, I believe our common friends and I would be willing to offer that protection.
Interesting. And how deep could this protection go?
Guaranteed safety is not an option. All we can offer are members of our forces to update us, step in if anything goes wrong. Our forces will already be spread thin.
And you can tell when he says forces, he means like Regulus's allies.
Mm-hmm. Regulus's faction. Yeah.
The forces will be spread quite thin. No guaranteed protection would be ever promised. But we would do what we can. It aligns with our interests as well.
Forgive me for being blunt. But just what do you want us for? Specifically.
Are you asking me? Or the
Yes.
faction?
Well, you first, if I'm going to be working directly under you. And then the broader strokes, what Regulus actually wants with us, considering he did admit he wanted to kill us on the second floor.
You should never take his threats seriously.
Well, I kind of have to. He's thrown himself into this faction war.
He thinks that he is the one who must take down our enemy. He believes it is his final mission to do so, whatever it takes. He does not have any allegiance to his family or to the tower itself. I believe it to be an almost selfish act of his
to finally purge the guilt he's had on his soul all these long years. Now, as for myself...
Hold. And what guilt does he have on his soul?
Did he not tell you? He lost a friend to Aesir, a friend quite dear to him. He kind of like realizes he said the name and goes back to more generic, broad.
And she'll like give him a look. Family member?
It is none of my
Lover?
business. Someone close to him. That is all that matters.
But people do different things for different people who are close to them. I'm interested in the connection.
And that is not something I can give you. For it is not something I myself am aware of, for I never cared.
That tracks. On with you, then.
It's quite simple. I dislike chaos. I prefer order. If I can tidy up this situation, it's mildly interesting. More interesting than what I was doing before. And besides, I have a bit of an obligation, as I was your instructor.
You weren't my instructor.
We all were your instructors.
I suppose.
This has been a productive conversation.
Indeed.
He's gonna like do a dip. This is the good time to, I think, to roll for the. We're gonna roll.
Why are we gonna roll? Let her have this.
just for this final flare, this final finish,
Okay.
you know, maybe.
So I can just fall on my. Okay.
No,
Victor,
I mean,
get closer.
I have confidence this will be a good. Roll with advantage because you've danced before. You know his style.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. I feel like that's very.
What
fair.
am I? What performance or what am I doing?
I think let's do acrobatics for this one.
Okay.
Let's get a little fancy with it.
Okay.
Okay?
That's the first one.
Okay. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not. No.
It is because it's a
is.
decent finish.
Oh,
It's
okay.
I don't think you
12
expected
of 10.
him to suddenly like, so it's not like he follows you though.
Surprising.
Like
Yeah.
he knows, and so he doesn't like embarrass you or anything. It's just like you don't
Yeah.
go as fancy as you would. It's not a fancy finish. It's a somewhat
She would probably
fancy
lean
finish.
into his strength a little bit because she's probably like she hasn't danced.
Yeah.
To her discredit, she hasn't danced in
Sure.
a really long time.
So
she'd
so
probably
he-
be like
got
following
it.
him a lot more.
Yeah, so he
you
takes
get
the
the-
lead to do a bit of
Whoa.
a finish. We lost
Oh.
somebody. Rip Milios. Milios,
Milios is
no!
fixing his Discord.
His
Milios
kittens
is
got
fixing his
him.
Discord.
No,
Okay.
I'm super like zoomed in.
I
On
know.
one side of my face, it's super cinematic.
Oh shoot, that's true.
Up close
Dang.
and personal.
We can see Isaiah's
have
mouth.
one
Oh
blue
my goodness,
eye.
look at this. Very good, very good. So he'll finish with a bit of a bow, and then he'll walk back. Bulwark found him. Oh no, no!
He's part of the mechanics now. Give him back. This wasn't my order.
There we
He
go.
hasn't been upgraded yet, though. It's not that scary. It's not that scary.
Yeah,
Welcome back,
He's
Vilios.
not a max power. He's not a max power. He can't do nothing crazy.
Chat was saying that Bulwark finally got Brack. He finally
It's Scout the Syndicate, not Scout the
That wasn't
Syndicate.
even bulwark. That was Boulder. Took down the whole network.
Oh shit, bro.
That was some paranormal activity. But we're good.
Very good.
I
So
understand. You seen Edge Runners, right? You
Nah, not
David. You. Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna say
Spoil
that.
it, don't spoil it.
Took it back. I took it back.
so Wu, you are dancing with Severina. She is quite tall. I'd say about as tall as you.
Like taller than me. This is important. Is she taller than me?
Well, you're like 6 foot, right?
Yep.
So she's like a foot taller, I would say.
Perfect. Oh.
Sorry,
Still
I'm so
taller.
sorry. An inch taller.
Still
I s-
taller.
I did not mean to
No,
say
no,
a
no, no,
foot.
no.
Is she,
no, no,
wait.
No, no.
Wait. Is she wearing heels? Is she wearing heels?
With heels taller. Like I'm saying like base height 6'1".
Base height like 6'1".
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We love it here. We love it here.
Sorry, Isaiah. She's not 7 feet. I'm sorry.
Man, whatever, bro. Just do your
I'm
thing.
sorry. I'm sorry.
She could take after her dad. He's kind of a tall boy. Yeah.
But this, you can tell that she's
Can
very
I,
much.
Can I
yeah.
roll performance?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Please do. I
I'm
would
trying
love
to. I'm trying to do the most right now.
Mm-hmm.
My performance is trash though. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. So with the 14, you're holding yourself well. You're not there to like do anything crazy impressive, but you are holding your own very well. Lo po bio woo. If I recall, it was one of your retainers that made such an upset yesterday.
I apologize to Ferrari personally for that. Honestly, don't know what got into him.
No,
and I
it
can't
was
say it.
fascinating.
If you find that interesting, then I promise you there's no shortage of that with my team.
Your team. What would this team be?
I guess I presume too much. Haven't heard of us, huh?
Can't say that I'm all too familiar. But with the way she says that, she definitely knows more than she's letting on.
Right. I mean, Wu's clock. Wu knows that she knows. There's no way she doesn't. He's like, okay, well, it's kind of refreshing. I'd rather not say too much now. Maybe we just get to know each other better later.
By all means, what did you have in mind? I didn't have
Well, I
anything
don't-
scheduled.
I'm not 100% sure what the rest of the festivities entail, and I know we have important meetings immediately after this, but maybe later tonight? Dinner?
Roll persuasion. Roll persuasion again.
Bro. Alright, hold on.
Bro, I'm sending you my energy on some spirit bomb shit right now, bro.
Please, yo, put your hands there, bro.
Bro, I got you.
Okay.
That's not bad.
15. I admit you do intrigue me. You carry yourself differently from the others. Sure.
Sounds good. And Wu like pulls up his pocket to get her information. I'll call you later.
Boop, 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 boop. She inputs her information. Lovely dancing with you.
You as well. And then he raises her hand and kisses it.
Very nice. Very nice. As you leave her, you notice that someone's grinning at you. Silva, he's giving you a grin.
I've never interacted with this man in my life.
What do you do?
He looking at me for it. Wu's looking at him with like the most disgusted. What are you looking at me for?
Great. He's just kind of like, he's doing the tongue thing with his, you know. with
Aren't
the
y'all
grin.
related?
All right. So
You never
so,
know. He could be cheering on his sister for, bagging you. So I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
it. Yeah.
You know, I didn't.
See, you got good taste, Silva. You got good taste.
Meanwhile, Ace is dancing with Victor, but you can tell he's a bit distracted. Do you wanna drink, Ace, or
I don't think it's smart to drink what they're offering us. Just sort of, strategy one-on-one. You don't want to intoxicate yourself in important places like this.
Oh, one drink doesn't do that much, right?
I mean, if it's laced, one drink will be enough. But maybe that's just me being cynical. But are you okay? You're kind of...
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think they're talking about? And he like points over to, or he like nods over to Eden and Scopio.
She narrows her eyes. That's Scopio. I imagine they're talking about his offer to her. The army stuff.
When we finish this
Why?
climb, we're all gonna probably go our separate ways, huh?
I mean, you guys are kind of stuck with me, personally.
Yeah?
So, I mean, I'm not going anywhere, as far as I'm aware.
But once we finish climbing, I mean, we gotta get like jobs and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean that we have to stop being friends and whatnot.
No, I mean, we won't stop being friends, but like, we won't be a team anymore, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean,
we'll see
What's
each other at
actually-
like holiday dinner once a year or whatever, you know?
yeah, sure. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you want to keep in touch. You're from one of the more powerful families, I guess. You should
Oh,
have a
thank
little
you for
more
saying that.
freedom.
I mean, could you imagine we all, you know, we buy a house and we all get jobs in the same area? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Victor,
What?
you sound like you want a domestic life.
No, that's not a domestic. I'm saying it more like, you know, those like stupid like tower tube channels where they all like live in the same, you know, there's like 10 influencers that all live together and it always ends in tragedy and you know, horror. It'd be like that, but like
Oh,
on the
jeez.
good side. Like we'd be the exception, you know? Like that's not
We'd
that's
be
not
like a family.
rural
is
living.
what you're saying.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it.
But obviously that kind of thing would never happen because I'm probably going to get some crazy
Because-
awesome job offer, you know, captain of the Khun Knights or something
Mm.
badass, you know. Cal's going to
Well, I
start
mean-
working at Tower Donald's, you know. We're all going to go our separate ways and it's going to be sad. But that's how it
That's
goes.
crazy that Tower Donald's is his future,
How-
man.
He's right though. I mean,
Mick
you know,
Tower.
people don't want to hear it, but they're right. But he right.
Okay, well,
Be nice to Cal.
He's off at the table
Victor-
by himself with like four.
poor baby. It sounds to me like everything you're saying is like fully within your control. So like, if you wanted to get a good fancy job, you could. But if you wanted to stay with people, it's not like you couldn't. You know, like it's not like anyone's running from you or you have to leave.
I guess once we finish climbing, our destiny is in our own hands, huh? But,
I personally don't put much stock into fate anymore these days, or
no,
destiny.
but you've got the whole string thing going on.
Yeah. I still don't like it right now.
Going through a phase. I get you.
Yeah, sure. I'm going through lots of self-discovery fun stuff that people with emotions have to deal with that I think suck.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. But again, just worried about you. You're kind of spaced out. If Eden dancing with that guy bothers you, you're Khun Victor. Why don't you just stop it?
Dude, that's freaking Scopio Balrock. That dude's the man, okay? Listen, if it was someone, I don't know, if it was Bill A. Bartimus or something, and yeah, I'd have a problem, you know? But, no, it's all
The
good.
first and second or the third, because I'm telling you, the first is saucy.
Okay then.
Okay. Yeah,
All right,
but,
well,
but what I will say is this. You never know what'll happen, you know? Like, we're so good at climbing, but if something... I mean, I know I didn't die with the whole Hell Train thing, or a whole Kyrie thing, but you never... We shouldn't take this time for granted, I guess. Because even if we all do end up having to go our own ways, at least we have now. I guess that's what I'm
Yeah.
getting at, you know?
No, I do.
Brack becomes
I'm
a famous
actually,
CEO, you know? Yeah.
I'm actually with you on that. I something I told Hugo back at the Priminisi. Just, it's my style too. I live every day to the fullest and take chances and risks, and that's how I operate because I've never been promised the next day. So if I want something, I tend to go for it. Yeah.
Well, I think that was probably over 5 minutes, huh?
Yeah, I think we're good. You good?
I'm good. Then he reaches out his hands for a hug. Thank you for today, Ace. I wanted to say thank you to Eden too, but I'll catch her later for sure.
Ace will like take him, and she'll give him like a squeeze, and whisper in his ear, "Don't you dare do anything stupid. You're freaking me out with all this affection stuff."
Even I can get emotional sometimes.
She looks at him and just gives him a look like, "I said I'd stop you. Don't make me." Yeah.
Right back at you.
As she backs up, just kind of like bows, but very much like, don't make me. We talked about this. Stop being affectionate and emotional. Give me death flags. Don't do it.
Well,
but she's very calmly back.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all through the eyes.
Sure. Well, as that happens, you then feel a tap.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know, jump scare. A horrifying fusion. But then as you split off, a tap on your shoulder, you see that Luke is there.
Was Miss Petal?
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Thank God, it's just you.
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll hold his hand.
She like narrows her eyes. Take it.
And he'll lead you to dance a bit. Meanwhile, Brack Bronson, you're having a drink. A couple people join you at the table. You see Molly approaches. Hello there. And she sits down. We just arrived not long ago. Your name was Brack, correct? Are you quite all right?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. And then the kid goes, "You don't remember me?"
Oh, it's the little scamp. How you doing there, bucko?
Mommy, is that a bad word? No, sweetie, no. Oh, okay. Well, nice to see you, scamp. No, honey, we should probably, be on our best behavior.
Why I oughta.
He starts laughing.
Well, good to see the both of you.
Oh, yes.
As you can see, everyone is out frolicking on the dance floor.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse the slur of the word. But, yeah, I bet you're here to see Big H.
I wanted to ask about some advice. His father has finally arrived, and I wanted to ask for your advice on how you believe he should... I want to make this special for him. I realized that in my surprise, I hadn't handled the situation very well, and so I want to make sure that when he meets his father, it's special. You know Hugo far better than I. How do you think he should meet Edward?
Well, Molly, what I would advise is you take your time. You got to think about it from his perspective. He hasn't seen you guys throughout the majority of his life. He grew up in an orphanage. Bad things have happened to him throughout his life. He went through a mute phase.
I'm sorry.
There are a lot of things
He went through
that have happened.
Please tell me everything.
No. But
Okay.
you should get that from him.
You're right. Apologies.
You don't want to learn everything about your son from a stranger. You want to learn it from your son.
That is fantastic advice. He's difficult to approach, though, and I'm glad that I asked for your advice. That is good to know. Isn't that right, Oliver?
What?
What? Oliver is my son. Is your memory all right?
I am fine. Everything is fine. But I will say, I understand that you say that he's hard to approach, but you gotta treat him like a cat. If you chase him around, he's just gonna run, outmaneuver you, he's gonna elude you. But if you approach him slowly, hand extended, who knows, might sniff the hand, might offer to be petted. You never know.
Oliver says, "You're saying my brother's a cat?"
No, he's like a 2-ton grizzly bear. Like, entirely different. You approach him wrong, he might maul you. I've seen him do it.
Oh.
He hit an old woman with his hammer. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever saw.
R.I.P. in peace, Gretchen. R.I.P. in peace.
Oh, damn. That's just an average day in the tower, correct?
What an average day for her. But just, if you really believe that he's your son, give him some time.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Scamp. And they walk away.
How dare he outscant me?
Now, Jeong, you're dancing with Xion. And she's quickly gonna say, "Was that?"
I think so.
I mean, that's great. You found someone that you care about from your past. The first, right?
Can't believe so long I thought she would have left. She's still here.
Hey, she's gonna rub your back. I'm sure she's gonna be thrilled to know that you're alive.
I should tell her?
Of course.
I'm not the kid that she raised.
That's not true. You know it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to, So I planned coming back here for so long, and I didn't, not even for a second did I think that I'd have a good reason to come back. But you're right. I'll find her.
I'm sure everything will be all right.
Always the optimist, aren't you?
I have to be with you.
You've gotten pretty good at it over the years.
Never thought that would be the role I fill.
You make it sound like work now.
No, I enjoy it. I enjoy, well, you know what I mean. But, she looks around. Are you still planning on it? Tonight?
Yeah, I am.
The others will have to know.
Yeah, I'll let them know. This information's as good as I think it is. Finally, just a little bit closer to the truth.
We can do this. So, Wu, after you leave Severina, what do you do?
Does he leave her?
No, yeah, he did.
Okay, yeah.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Thought so.
Yeah, he's just gonna go back to the table, I guess. I mean, everybody, like, until the meeting, there's nothing else happening, right?
Mm-hmm. Nothing else.
Yeah, but yeah, he's just gonna go back to the table. Before he does, though, he kind of clocks. He looks at John and Xion.
Sure. So will you notice that Onyx was dancing with Leaf, but then someone taps to dance with Leaf next, and it's Prim. So Prim starts
Oh,
dancing.
why are you doing this to me, bro? I'm sick, man.
What do you mean?
You know what I'm going to do, bro.
Dude.
Like, this is not. There's no way you had Prim. The bug thing was egregious enough, and not. Oh my god, I hate you so much.
This was before the whole thing. I had it down before you all picked a bone.
That's pretty
with
messed up, Joe. That's pretty.
How was I supposed to know you guys would make another arch enemy?
You already knew that violence was.
Honestly, he's hated now. I get what you were doing with the Leaf and Prim thing. Is done. Is dead. So Wu is going to just like Batman, like Bruce Wayne this dude. Like,
all right.
I'll roll for this too, bro. I don't even care.
Sure.
Intimidation.
Okay, got it.
Actually, no. I'm gonna roll stealth to just appear behind him. That's what I'm gonna do. First.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. 15. That's a success in my book.
So did they begin to dance?
Yes.
Like, how did this go?
They are just beginning their dance.
Okay, so we would have seen that as he's heading to the table, he's just gonna appear behind Prim with the most austere look possible.
He kind of like almost bumps into you. Whoa! Sorry. Can I help?
Watch where you're going, Prim.
Do you have it out for me?
What makes you say that?
I'd like to. He looks over at Leaf. If you'd please.
Don't look at her. Look at me.
Listen.
You asked me a question, and I don't understand where it's coming from. You bumped into me.
Well,
now I'll roll into the day.
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm
we had to do this in order. It's very important. I understand. Okay.
Prim also had the chance to do the funniest thing and then just start dancing with Wu as a power move.
Bro,
That
if he did that would have been incredible, actually. I don't know what I would have done
He's
there.
not cool enough for that. All right.
14.
Doing bad today.
It's that's pretty good, yeah.
That is above an 8, sir. What are you talking about?
I think you said he was doing pretty good today, right?
No, I said I'm not doing bad today.
Yeah. I thought so.
I
Okay,
was saying
okay.
pretty bad today. I was like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
it sounded like that. I
I
see.
said I'm not doing bad today.
You can get your turn after a few minutes. That's how these things go. Have you never been to a great family dance? Sir Wu, Mr. Wu.
Yeah, say it like that from now on. Look. I'm surprised, and before he he for a second he looks away from Prim and looks at Leaf, and is very shocked by the fact that she has not said anything to interrupt this.
She is letting this play.
That's insane to me. She normally wouldn't. I don't have any problem with you. You bumped into me while you were dancing, okay? As a matter of fact, I apologize for my retainer's comments earlier. Under his breath, he's like, he wasn't wrong though. But I do apologize. From now on, let's limit all interactions with each other. Can we just do that? And we can both live in peace.
That sounds wonderful. If you would excuse us. He says that, like, he wants to get away from you because you're starting to, he doesn't like your vibe. But then Leaf is like, no, we had our dance and it was wonderful. It was great dancing with you, Prem. Have a wonderful day. Hold on. He looks back at Wu. Is there a problem?
I said, as long as you no longer associate with us. When I said us, she's included.
Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't realize the whole, it's awful.
There's a lot you don't realize, is there, Prim? How about we make a bet?
Okay.
Honestly, I'm only doing this because I'm bored, but if you can guess the right number out of 10,
Oh, here we go.
right now,
Here we go.
right now, I'll do whatever you ask of me for the rest of this entire retreat.
Giving that man a lot of power. I'm just saying.
How do
If
I
you
know
get-
you're not lying?
Because my friend here, Leaf, will hear the number first. You'll make your you'll make your claim, and then she'll tell us what the result is. You trust her, don't you? I mean, you asked her to dance.
I don't trust anyone here.
That's the best thing you've said since I met you. Fine. How about one of your teammates then?
No. Let's do it. I'm not scared of you. 1 through 10, you say?
1 through 10.
I'm not
Can
gonna
somebody above the table? No, can somebody? Should I just roll for it?
look. No, what I was gonna say was you can message to me and I'm not gonna look
Okay.
at it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
message
saying?
it, yeah.
Message to me and then I'll
Sure.
say a number. I'm not looking at it.
Why don't you roll for it? Even more random.
I was gonna roll for
Okay.
it, but like
Roll
this makes
Okay.
sense too. I trust Joe. All right,
I'm not looking
put
at
it-
it. I see the notification there. Okay. He looks at you. He's trying to get the gauge. What number did you pick?
You didn't even ask what I wanted. If
Oh, true. Hold on. If I win this, then
I'm
sometime in
basically
my
your
climb,
slave.
Milla gave that whole beautiful speech about camaraderie between families. And as much as we don't get along, I would ask that we remain allies during the rest of our climb, and that I may call upon your assistance when I need it.
Done. And if I win, well, you already accepted the bet. I'll tell you after you.
I'm
lose.
sorry. What happens if I lose? This is a 1 out of 10 for me. This isn't exactly the best odds.
If you lose, I actually like what you proposed. I don't really want to embarrass you that much. I'll take the same. I can call upon you whenever I wish to help me once.
He looks at Leaf.
and then looks back. Fine. The number is... You said 1 through 10?
Yep.
1.
Boo. Sorry. Sucks to be you.
Let me check the message. Damn! Oh, that was close, though. That was close. It was freaking...
That was the one number I knew.
It was 2. Damn it. All right.
But what
Fine.
did Wu pick?
2.
No, this was...
2.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I...
Well, this was all just out for Wu's favor. You know, he agreed
Yeah.
to do it in favor of, even though Wu had the higher odds. Well, fantastic. I look forward to being called upon to aid you.
Have you ever played Yakuza?
I'm sorry?
Gonna be just like that, where you can summon crabs and like useless fodder to help you in like... Never mind. Carry on.
Great dancing with you, Prim. Leaf gives him like a
Don't
little
talk
wave.
to her. Oh, it's her.
Yeah. He walks away.
Leaf, we really need to talk about your taste in men.
He is the one that approached me. I didn't want to hurt the poor guy's feelings.
No, you destroy his soul. We'll work on that.
Well, I really enjoyed watching you dismantle him.
Your time in the demon realm has made you a savage.
You have to be to survive there.
Fair enough.
You want to dance?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Okay. So, Ace, you are with Luke. Sorry if this is a little sudden. Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine. I don't think they know. I don't think he's picked up on it.
Excellent, then. She's like, as they're dancing, getting this like flashback of like them dancing as kids, and you know, she just like looks down at their feet and back up at him. I didn't think you liked dancing. You always complained when we did it.
I hate it. But I had to learn if I was going to represent the family.
Gotcha. Well, you're not terrible at it, so... Mission accomplished? Ace is like acting far edgier than before, just due to the business side of things,
Sure.
trying to keep a certain appearance.
Okay. I hope someday that you can come back. Your parents have missed you.
I need to get the item first, I guess.
You don't have to. It was an idea I had in the moment, but who knows if it would even solve all of our problems. It's your choice.
That moment wasn't that long ago.
I know.
You switch from liking me one moment, hating me the next moment, yelling at me when we first met to not yelling at me.
It's complicated, okay? I have a lot of mixed feelings about all this. But I'm sorry. I should not have acted that way when we first met again. And my idea to you, while I still think it could be good, I don't want you to feel like you're forced to make that decision, that's all.
Well, what else am I supposed to do? I can't let Thadio, she like makes sure she keeps her voice very low. I can't let him tank the family. I can't let you guys suffer any more than you already have.
If that's something you do care about, then yeah, I guess you're right.
She like narrows her eyes at him. I keep trying to tell you that I do.
Okay. Okay,
Hey.
then.
You asked me to dance. Why are you being so... She's like getting all these flooded memories of how they used to be, and just like, why?
It's not,
Why are
I'm
you
not
being
trying to be
so-
anything. I'm trying to help.
Help with what?
And then he tries to like say something back, but then you feel a tap on your shoulder. He just steps away. Luke does. He steps away.
We'll talk later.
He nods. You look stressed.
Slightly. Yeah. That would be correct.
We don't actually have to dance. I don't know how, to be honest. Not well, anyway.
But would you?
He nods.
If I asked? She'll extend her hand. Keep
Yeah.
it slow. We don't have to. I'm tired anyways.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just go super slow.
More of like a sway back and forth
Yeah,
instead of anything fancy.
definitely.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything for that guy. He's clearly just using you.
Well, if my memories coming back are any indication, I used him a lot as a kid.
You're not a kid anymore.
It's true. I don't even recognize that girl. But what else am I supposed to do, Hugo? My family's in debt. My dad is getting apparently old, and I don't even know if I'll be able to meet him in this life. I didn't even know I had any of this stuff.
You can help them without resorting to his methods. We
I
have
don't know how to
friends
help
who are
people,
wealthy.
Hugo.
Brack could help you. We could.
No, he won't help me. It's
Yes,
Brack.
he would. He would
Pretty
help
sure
you.
he wouldn't help his own blood.
Brack would help you.
I'm not gonna bank on Brack.
You don't have to bank just on Brack, but what I'm saying is you don't have to. You don't have to do whatever he tells you to.
Hugo, I don't know how to help people without giving up myself. Okay, it's something I've always done. I don't know how to do it any other way, and I can't. I want to think that I can trust other people to help me, but every time I've done that, it's not ended good. I only have myself and my body to rely on to get what I need done. And I don't care. I've never cared about the price before. It's just what needs to be done.
Now that you're a part of the team, you should start caring. I had to learn that too. I still do. It's your choice, though. I won't stop you.
I wish someone would.
Hugo? He turns. Hugo? You turn and see Molly and Oliver there. Hi. Hugo. There's no way of beating around the bush. Your father is here. What? He turns back to you, Ace. Okay.
Ace just takes his hand. She's been refraining from it this entire time, but she's finally just kind of lost her will and just holds his hand and nods.
Great. Where? And then you see a man round the corner, out from the crowd. He seems to be very tall, you know, not as tall as Ace, but, you know, 6'2".
Good.
He's okay.
6'6" in her heels.
He's 6'6" in her heels, and she will use it.
Yes. But he does appear to be very tall. He's got muscle. He's got a lot of wrinkles in his face. He looks to be older, you know, a fair amount older than Molly. But he walks forward. Is that you, my boy? It's nice to meet you. And Hugo holds out his hand to shake his hand. And the man takes his hand and clasps it. Hugo, you can call me Edward.
I thought it was Theodore. Edward. It was Theodore.
Theodore Edward. Molly.
Yeah, it's
Molly Becca.
It's Theodore Edward. My friends call me Edward. Theodore Edward. I know all this is sudden.
Eddie now.
I know all of this is sudden, but I'm glad. I'm glad. And he looks at Hugo with tears in his eyes. Yeah, me too. And then Theodore Edward goes to give him a hug, and Hugo just doesn't really know what to do, so he lightly returns the hug. And Molly will, you know, join in Oliver and everything. And they share a bit of a family moment there. I would say that the dance is nearing an end. The festivities are nearing an end. But one last thing you notice, Eden, I would say, is that this would have been like while you were dancing or while you were milling around and whatnot. But you would have seen that Fawn remained at her table. But there were a few instances where some regulars would have come up and you would have caught them saying mean things to her. And she would have just kept looking down. You hear one of them say, "Second-rate family." You know? Of course no one's asking you to dance. Stuff like that. And she just, like, looks down.
First off, Jerice and Elias should fix this
so
problem,
they're not there.
me.
They're not there.
Where'd they go?
Jerice is dancing. He's out there having a good time. Elias is there, but he just like kind of looks out of the corner of his eye. But
okay.
But as they're kind of making fun of her about her not, you know, dancing. Hey, back off. Someone interjects. Do you want to dance? And you see Hope interject and take Fawn out to the dance floor.
My soft baby child. I'm so proud of him.
So there you go.
He's actually, yeah, I see he's learning.
So he steps
Look,
in.
Sigmund gave him pointers. Sigmund gave him pointers for sure, but like, let's go.
And
Eden will give him the biggest like proud mom smile from across the room.
Good,
but
good.
she's I mean, Eden didn't just dance with Scopio, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can't. I would say that like there can be more dances, but we won't be able to go into too much detail about everything talked about.
Yeah. Just did anybody else ask her to dance? Just
yeah, Victor would have. Victor would have asked after dancing with Ace.
Oh, Victor would have.
Yeah, he would have.
Okay, all right.
And yeah,
she would have entertained him.
Okay, and he would have said, "Hey, I want to thank you for today. It meant a lot to me.
Whatever for?
Just everything with my home. It meant a lot to me.
I'm glad I could be there to support.
Definitely.
Why are you all down in the mouth though?
I'm emotional right now. I love you guys.
Oh. The cat back up.
I know. Thank you, Eden, really. It means a lot.
It's my pleasure. Like I said, if you need us for anything, that's what the team's here for.
Thanks. And that
You
would have
sure
been
you're
the
gonna
main
be
thing. Oh, yeah.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay being here?
I'm doing great.
Okay. I heard you already had fans, so like.
Oh, that was nothing.
Good luck with that.
That
I
was
suppose.
nothing.
Uh-huh.
I didn't expect there to be workshop fans here, though. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's why we shouldn't have gone to the workshop. But hey, it's in the
It all
past.
worked out. It all worked out.
Did it?
It all worked out. I got unstoned. It was great. It was a good time.
She'll kind of like. Yeah. Yeah, it did work out, didn't it?
Yeah. And yeah, I would say that overall, the time for dancing is going to be coming to an end.
Okay.
For the most part, and drinks would have been handed out, etc., etc.
Mm.
You also noticed, Eden, that your dad was busy talking with a lot of people that were coming to his table, and a lot of the people, the leaders type people like Duma, and you know,
She would have been
mostly Duma.
clocking like who he was talking to.
Yeah,
as
it would have
much
been
as she
mostly.
could.
It would have been like Duma and
Okay.
Duma's family, you know.
Okay. Because she was interested to see if there were like any other families interacting with him.
Sure. So yeah, at this time then, Mila makes the announcement that there's going to be individual meeting times. It's getting evening now, evening to night time. So she's gonna say, if you ever want to meet with any of the leaders, she shows the different rooms that you can go to, etc. There's like stores outside if you want to buy items. There's like the arcade room. Silva makes sure to reemphasize the arcade room and all that stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of go ahead. Yeah.
Can we ask John a question real quick?
I think this is the perfect time. I was gonna say I think this is a good time for the team to reconvene now.
Cool.
Yo,
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Having a good night.
Having a night.
Breathe, brother. We're in the early game still.
Well, we're about to get into the end game. At least if the next part of this plan goes well.
Well, here to help. But I had a question. What, if anything, do you know about this Severina?
Above the table, I'll just ask the DM. Is
Hello.
Severina stuff anything Jeong would know about from, like, you know?
It wouldn't be obvious, so roll history for me.
Okay.
I swear to God, if it's another nat 20, I wouldn't be that. Okay, well, it's pretty high.
Severina, let me tell you
Oh
about
my
Severina.
God, bro!
It's pretty
21
high.
Yeah, let me break out the Wikipedia page real quick, bro. I got you. What you need to know?
whole
What you need
child.
to know?
Hey, whatever. Star sign, everything, bro.
Blood type, shit. Previous occupations, I got you.
Okay, so yeah, from what you it wouldn't have been someone you had ever personally interacted with in your childhood, but the only association you have with the name is that she is an extremely high-ranking member of the Khun family, high ranker, and she is sort of known for having a bit of a streak of. She's known for her sense of. What's the word? Not determination, but
Ambition.
Yes, ambition. Ambition in climbing the ranks. You know, she doesn't have a role in like Jahad's army or anything like that. Within the family,
Right.
Is she's a ranker, or what's her?
high ranker.
High ranker.
High ranker. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
High ranker, and she acts more. She's not a celebrity within the family, but those in the family know her to be ambitious, and you don't want to be her enemy, because
Most dangerous type of character.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Jeong basically just told me all of that.
Yeah. I will just say he told you everything Joe said.
Cool. Okay. Well, if she's as dangerous as you're saying, for things to go smoothly, she needs to be occupied.
I take it you're planning on occupying her?
I mean, you know, somebody's got to bear the burden. Might as well be me.
It doesn't sound like that much of a burden to you.
No, and Wu looks at him seriously though, like dead in the eye. No, it is. She's actually quite terrifying. And after everything you said,
Yeah, well,
might be worth
just by that meeting alone, it's definitely not a lightweight.
Well, tonight's the night regardless, so I can handle her. I have a plan to handle her and Ferrari at the same time. Everybody else can't speak for.
Well, hopefully that's where the rest of the team will come in. But we'll see what they say.
You plan to fill them in?
Yeah.
So the team is all together now. I'm assuming, Jeong, you gather them together to discuss this. Okay. Yeah, everyone's there. Everyone is present and accounted for. You can see that, those of you who, are paying attention, that Hugo he looks to be a little exhausted, but not in a bad way. He looks to be doing okay. Alrighty, Jeong, what's up? Says Leaf.
Well, thanks to the reconnaissance, he just looks at Wu, that Wu and I did earlier before we got here. I have it on some pretty good authority from someone connected to the family. The evidence I'm looking for about who was there that day is in the estate. The only problem is it's behind a pretty large locked door. Khun Edwan's treasure room door, to be specific. So, I intend to get it tonight. But before I go any further, I have no intention of making anybody here do anything. So just know, say the word, and go about your business.
You know that's not how this works, right? If they catch you, Team Recall, all of us pay that, whether we want to be involved or not.
Well, that's only partly true, because they'd be catching Khun Cyrus. So...
Yeah, but it's... I would
Listen,
love...
if I get caught, I have an alibi that should excuse the rest of you. So know that what I'm saying is true. If you want no part in this, you don't have to.
Why didn't you tell us earlier when we asked?
What do you mean?
When we asked, hey, is there a plan? You were like, there's no plan. And then find out
Well,
you and Wu have a secret plan this whole time.
No. There's two plans. The first, which is the one I thought you were asking me about, was Silva. And there is no direct plan, per se, because it all hinges on what he says and how willing he is to play ball. This plan, which is the one I didn't know you were asking about, I hadn't really finalized until a few minutes ago. And it's, complicated. So, I'm asking again, would anybody like to back out?
No offense, it sounds like you have this all figured out whether we're joining or not.
I intend to steal this evidence, whether I get anyone's help or not. Your guys' help would just make it easier.
And what role would we play in all of this then? I mean, I'm with Ace. Like, if there's multiple plans, like, I feel like we should be let in on said multiple plans, because I think breaking into a family head's treasure room is not like the best play. especially tonight with all of the, family reps here. It's dangerous for literally everybody.
Well, in terms of keeping most of the family off of my back so I can get into this room, that is where the rest of you come into play. Because not even a group like the Khun family can be looking for me. They're busy with all of you. So, plan is simple. It's 2 groups. Basically, I need one group to run distraction. And then I have the infiltration team. Infiltration team will be small, probably no more than 2, 3 people. And then the rest of you will break off into smaller groups, keeping a lot of the guards and, he looks at Wu, important eyes away. That makes sense?
I think it's risky.
I mean, there is no plan that involves stealing this evidence that isn't risky. But if you think I'm going to turn around and walk away because there's risk, it's not happening.
I'm just pointing out that tonight might not be the best night to do it.
On the contrary, I actually think while the family and all the attendants are busy making sure this meeting goes well, this is my best opportunity to do this. I know the name sounds intimidating, but Khun Estate himself is not guarding the treasure room. It's actually a room that he probably hasn't been in much at all.
Yes, but he has guards that are at the level to guard it. Not anyone can just walk in there.
You're right. Anybody can't. That's why I'm going to walk in.
That's why we are going to walk in. Right, pal? Puts his arm around you.
Yeah, sure. We.
Look, I told Jeong he should have told you guys earlier. Ultimately, I don't think anybody is going to be harmed by this mission, but something he has to do. And this is the only opportunity to do it.
He's waited years to finally be at this opportunity. I understand the risks, but if Jeong doesn't do this, I think he'll regret it for the rest of his life.
If he lives.
If we all live.
Nobody's gonna die today.
You say that in a room full of high rankers.
Well, hold on. If anyone's gonna die, it's Jeong. So let's just make that
Victor,
clear.
that's not helping. We need to work on this.
Okay.
Look, this situation has been vetted, and I'm sorry for the lack of transparency, but we can do this. We can't keep making apprehensive moves for the rest of our lives. This is a play that we need to make for our friend. And if we don't do it, and if we back down from it, we'll always be on the back foot.
But what does it
we
do
gotta
exactly?
press forward. That's for him to explain to you.
Talking about like,
no.
Will the evidence clear something?
It should tell me who's responsible.
So do you even have to steal it? Can you just look at it?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what the evidence is, just that it's locked up in that room. So I'm gonna have to do some digging when I find it. I mean, in terms of how to get to the treasure room vetted. I didn't x-ray vision the actual room and see what's in there. That's why I have to break in.
Considering I have some of the most recent experience with breaking into treasure rooms, yeah, I met a blue titan the last time. Wasn't fun. If you set off alarms and there's cameras, also not fun. The fact that you didn't bring this up until just now?
Listen, like I said, I apologize for not bringing it up earlier, but I didn't have the details narrowed down until recently. I didn't want to come to you guys with a half-completed plan.
It still sounds half completed.
Look, all I'm saying is there a way that you can get in as a coon willingly? Like, is there a way that you don't need to break in? You can just see it, have access as one of the sons.
Maybe.
If you get
But if
close
not-
to Silva.
No, Silva can't know. Not about this.
No. I'm talking about Silva's someone who flaunts a lot. His ego is bigger than his brain. So, that being said, if you get close to him, you befriend him, he seems to know this manor better than anyone. You might be able to see if you could just have him show you or get in or some other way first that is far less dangerous than breaking in when there are all the high rankers here.
How about this, guys? How about this? He steps in to kind of mediate. Jeong's doing this no matter what. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, that there's anything we can say that will stop him from finding out who killed his mom. It's like his whole thing. We don't all have to be directly involved. We can split into groups. Wu can distract someone. We can all help without all directly having to be the ones to be put directly in danger.
All we're saying is that there might be less dangerous ways to go about it, period. Not that we're not going to do it.
Based on my experience, I don't think they're just going to let people into that room.
Well, I mean, Victor, you didn't grow up here, did you?
I'd spent some time here.
Are there any way... Do you guys know who takes care of the vault? The maids? People who have access? There are other ways to do this without just... going straight for. And this is me talking. I've broken into so many.
I was gonna say, I thought you'd be super down.
No, because you want to know what happened last time I stole a family heirloom? I broke into a family thing.
You got
Crystallized.
that.
Tortured, imprisoned, sold.
Okay.
And I was successful.
I'm not okay.
I'm not saying we don't do it.
Shion's here. She's hearing Ace and hearing everybody, and she looks at you, Jeong, like, is this more dangerous than you had thought?
No. I always knew that nobody would just let me into this room. Nobody has been in that room except for Khun Edwan and whatever guards he has blocking the door. There is no other option other than getting to that room by force. And no, alerting any of the high rankers of the Khun family about this is not a good idea, which is why I said Silva can't know about this. And that's why, if you guys agree to help, I would like some of your guys' help in distracting some of these people.
Right when that happens, Ace, you receive a text. Ba-ding! It's from Silva. Busy day. Wanna hang?
She lets it sit because she's playing hard to get, and just looks at Jeong. I guess we're deciding now. What do you want me to do?
Well, if you're on board, I'd say respond. Hang out. See what he has to say. But just don't do anything I would do.
Ace just lets it sit there. She looks at him. Does like a brief look at Hugo.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be like looking at you worriedly with a furrow.
Do you want a wingman?
No. I've been studying the Khuns for a while. I should know how to play this. But if I take Silva, doesn't he have those goons that follow him?
That's where the secondary team will come into play. So, this one's more of a volunteer group. I need 2 people here to tackle Silva's minions.
I can do that.
Okay.
Where should we distract him? He wants to hang. Where should I tell him to meet me?
Well, the treasure room is on the far east side of the building, so preferably as far away from that direction as possible.
To be clear, it's like there's a bunch of buildings connected, so it's like
yeah,
not like in just this
in
one building. Yeah.
I just meant like the direction.
Yeah.
I guess
I want to go
Ace
with you,
could-
Jeong. You and me.
Right. Okay.
Would the arcade be far enough?
Oh yeah, he loves the arcade, says Leaf. He did say that. Are you good at video games?
I guess we'll find out. And if not, I will be the fun one to watch.
I can give you some
So I don't
pointers.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Thing to be careful with in seduction. Let him win.
No, beat his ass.
No,
It
he'll become
depends on-
uninterested.
It's a fine line to walk with a coon. But
Looks like he has small energy.
we've got multiple tactics and routes. Not that I'm experienced in she's like trying to like play it down like I totally haven't seduced
Right.
people for things before. That would be
Mhm.
ridiculous. Yeah, no, I'll play it by ear. It'll be fine. It's woo, you handling Miss Miss Ice from that you're dancing with?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's actually a load off my shoulders that you can, if you're sure about Silva, I was gonna include him, but now that you got it, this will be a lot easier.
Can't.
I just think we need to make sure that we mark literally everybody, and also Jeong, as far as your execution, we're gonna need a means of communication that can't be tracked.
Do you have a suggestion?
Funny you should ask, I do.
I'm all ears.
Check this out. And Wu like pulls out Hina, presses a point on the side of Hina, and ejects like a little like cartridge, and he pulls out like 5 earpieces that he hands to the players. Put this in.
John takes the earpiece and puts it in.
Be shy. It's not gonna do anything.
Do the others put it in their ears?
I don't even know what I'm doing with this. She'll put it in, but she's frustrated.
Do we want to talk about this above table? Or would that be good too?
We can.
Yeah.
Could be good. It also could be easier just to sort things out.
Mhm.
So as far as groupings go, or like, you know, obviously no one's like required to do this, but as the kind of, you know, it feels like the right direction to go, I would say. Testing 1 2. Hello everybody. I think it's back. The stream died for a minute there. Can y'all hear us? Have we returned?
We need your camera.
Huh?
Oh, you need it. Yes, thank you guys. Let me turn my camera back on here. Very good. We're back. Thank you guys for your patience there. Oh, we are missing a camera from. Oh, me. Right.
It's almost like I just
Dude,
told you to turn
I
it
know,
on.
but you know what I did? Instead of turning on the virtual camera in OBS, I turned off the camera in Discord. I'm a mess. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Heck
it's
yeah.
fine.
We're professionals here,
It's
guys.
fine. We're back. We're back. Thank you for your patience, guys. We actually had a moment above the table right when we cut out, so don't even worry about it. Doesn't even matter. We're back, and we're gonna wrap things up here shortly. So thank you for bearing with us here. Okay, so whether players, we're in this above table. We have this new idea, this new plan, kind of following Jeong's idea here. It seems as though Wu is gonna be distracting Severina. Ace will be distracting Silva, and Hugo will be distracting other Silva adjacent forces or followers. Do I have that right, Jeong and company?
So Wu, correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you say just Severina or Severina and Ferrari?
Oh, Severina and Ferrari. Yep.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
both okay.
Good
yeah.
call. Good call. Good call. Victor wants to go with Jeong. Now, Jeong, so I guess the only people who are kind of like, what are they going to do? We have Shion, Leaf, Eden, and Brack. Do we have a second team? I know, is that what you mentioned?
So,
yeah.
Because the only other person that we haven't discussed distracting is Duma. So
Aha!
The last team would be, I was thinking Eden, Brack, and then we could tag on one of the other NPCs.
I was going to say that Shion would probably want to come with Jeong. So.
Okay, so we'll do Victor, me, Victor, and Shion, and then Leaf can go with Brack, and Eden to go with Duma.
I see. So
There are other family people there, though. Just FYI.
This is
We can only do so much.
There are the two Perrys. There is a
Yeah,
missing Eurasia. There's an REA.
But think about it this way: who has the most vested?
Yeah, I'm not worried about.
This is the Khun Estate, right? Like they don't have
here.
any guidance here whatsoever. The important people need to be locked down. Everybody else is irrelevant. We got to get in.
I think that's fair. I think the Khun, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. So, meaning, I would interject here and say, do we need Eden, Brack, and Leaf to take on just Duma though? Unless they, okay. Do we want to? I'm trying to think. What is Brack's? Brack hasn't had a say in all of this. Is there like a place that Brack would prefer to go?
Smash and grab, but I know that's not Jeong's style, so Brack could go with keeping Duma distracted.
So, I mean, is Smash? That's true because Brack would be. I see what you're saying. It wouldn't be a sneaky,
But no,
he wouldn't be on his Pink Panther. He would be more so.
I don't necessarily think that everybody has to distract a particular person.
Yeah, that's
right.
true. If you want like that, that approach could be used as a distraction.
Right, and I actually think if I'm gonna strategize here too, Wave Walker being a tool could be very useful in moving about.
That's why I said smash and grab.
Yeah,
you only got to be like out in the open for a split second before you gotta just.
Sure.
I think as a moving piece, Brack is more powerful, bro. He should just do whatever he wants to do.
Okay. Do we want to say?
If y'all need a distraction, I could create one over and the plot over. We can go to do some Lopobia things. Revenge.
That's exactly why I'm bringing Ferrari.
I was gonna say, woohoo! Let's try to keep things contained. Okay, so let's finalize that then. Brack going with Victor and Shion and Jeong then? Does that sound right?
Yeah. Right.
Brack, confirming with you, Milios. Is that cool?
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, is Eden I know obviously in game Eden's lost and not unsure of what she wants to do. Is there a preference for you in this regard, Hannah?
I mean, I'll just do what I need to do. So if it's distract Duma, I'll distract Duma.
Okay, As long as you're cool with that. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. Which means Leaf is a free agent. Leaf is an all-rounder. Leaf will be the centerpiece, coordinating everyone's efforts. I don't know.
She can distract that one dude
Put her
that
in the
y'all
chair,
just got.
bro. Put her in the chair.
Put
Y'all
her
just
in the
got
chair.
rid of
Yeah.
Leaf can cover Prim.
Oh wow!
Hell no.
Wow!
Prim.
Make sure
Hell
Prim
no.
is occupied, people.
Because we're concerned about what Prim's doing.
Hey, it's always those little guys that are full of
Prim
spite that
owes
come
me
out
one.
and ruin
I
your
can
plan.
call it the favor right now. No.
It's the ones you underestimate that come back and screw you over. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Like Bug? I have seen the Incredibles. You right. And he lost because he's garbage.
That's how Syndrome gets made. Okay.
And who won? Who won? The fan.
I think
Technically,
Leaf.
Syndrome got made because I
Syndrome is
did
trash.
not the
No,
The
it's
next meme.
Yeah, I was thinking. Fun fact on The Incredibles next week. Yeah, I think Leaf will play the role of backup. Like she's gonna be in the middle and go where she's needed. If something goes wrong, she will go there, and she will kind of reassure the group. They haven't fought together a lot. You haven't seen much of what she can do, but she's confident that she'll be able to help where she's needed and when she is summoned upon.
I'm also gonna leave my observer with Leaf because I'm gonna take one of the
Cool.
pieces. So
Perfect. Okay, so she's got the main observer, Hina. 5 players all have their earpieces. Perfect. All right. The plan is set. The idea is that everyone will play distraction while the sneaky party goes to steal Jeong's information. That said, I'm going to give a moment because, the meeting rooms are open and obviously you're going to be going to these meeting rooms, but does anybody wish to do any final things before mission start? Any final asks? Any final suggestions? Totally fine if not. I might actually have a couple though. So just a couple things to run down.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
before we get started, Brack puts on his sleek all black turtleneck, his black like cargo pants. He needs the
Okay.
leg room so that he can stretch his legs, and his nice stealth combat boots, and he's ready to go. Got some war paint like right under his eyes so that he can get in and get out. No sweating, no sweat getting into the eyes to block his vision. He's ready.
We're not gonna rob a bank.
Ready to go.
As
Hell
the
yeah.
mask goes on.
Excellent.
Actually, I have one.
Okay, yeah.
With Victor though. So
He
it's
was
not
actually
gonna
going to
be-
approach you.
Yeah,
He was going to
okay.
approach you and say, "Hey man, we're actually like working together on a crazy mission. I'm excited, dude. I've never been inside the vault. You're crazy. You're one crazy son of a gun." No, but
Yeah,
seriously, yeah. I'm glad to be involved and to be helping you out. Yeah.
Well, if everything goes right, you may be more useful than you think.
I'm sorry?
Vic, do you remember before we started this? Do you remember what I told you?
Before we started what?
Before we got to this floor. I told you that I don't trust you.
Oh, how could I forget?
But I'd like you to prove me wrong.
Okay. I got you. You can trust me. I want to prove to you specifically that you can trust me.
Okay.
All right.
Because the next part of this plan is gonna sound crazy.
Okay. They continue talking. And there's going to be a moment, too, where Victor approaches you, Wu, after talking to Jeong. Hey, really quick. I actually had a question, Wu.
What's up?
You said that, well, first of all, did Ao ever live here?
No. Never.
Like
But-
me, but worse, huh?
You spent more time with him than I have in the last couple of years.
I was gonna say, I never really said thank you for the recommendation. When he helped me climb pretty quick. He's strong. He's strong. He's got that coon blood for sure. I can tell.
Coon blood had nothing to do with it. He was trained by Zushi.
Oh.
Third strongest. Actually, Nez. Would love to see those two fight. Third or fourth, at least, in the 10-10 club.
Where do you think I would rank if I was a member of the 10-ton club?
Honestly, the fact that I think you could give me a run for my money is saying something. So,
wow,
could probably beat. I'll give you fourth. You gotta take our spot.
Bet. You know, Al and I never fought, even though we climbed for that long. Just never got around to it. So, if I ever
He
run
didn't
into him
want
again,
to,
I'll let
by the way. You should tell him thank you.
Damn, that bad, huh? All right, I'll tell him.
No, not about you. He just never wanted to climb.
I could sense that. All right.
Why do you ask?
No, I got reminded of him seeing all the coon stuff. It's good to keep your coon friends close in a place like this. So the more I know about them, the better. You be careful with Severina. I don't know much about her, but I do know that she doesn't have many. It's not that she doesn't have many friends. It's that the friends that she does have, I think, are. There's not many people who aren't a little scared of her.
I think your assessment is right. She's not the type of person to have friends.
Yeah.
Trust me. I know what I'm dealing with here.
Apparently she has a couple rivals even. I don't know. I would just...
Rivals? Like who?
I don't know. I heard someone talking about it as I was passing by.
Give me a name, Victor.
I don't know. I just heard it as I was passing by. You're gonna have to ask the Three Stooges coons. I don't know.
Like I talked to those people.
Right.
Okay. Well, don't fuck it up.
You got it. Okay. Everyone prepares themselves for this mission, preparing themselves to embark on this quest, sudden as it may be, and perhaps not in the way that is ideal. However, the group is all prepared to assist Jeong in this way, hoping to retrieve this piece of evidence that will finally answer this long-held mystery of his. And we will have to see what comes of that. The Coon Heist! The treasure heist of the century! Next week. I think that's where we're gonna end things. I think that's a good place to end. Yay!
Is
everyone okay?
Do the first part
Is
of the
everyone
heist?
okay? It feels kind of somber.
Victor better
It
not
feels kinda
betray
tense
us.
in here.
Can we do
What
the
do you
first
mean-
part of the heist? You know,
First
somebody's
part of
going
the
to get
heist?
captured. I can feel it.
You think so?
Victor's
Yeah.
throwing death flags left and right.
Victor's doing too much. I'm scared.
Can't
But
he be emotional?
Yeah,
Not like
He
that.
can be emotional.
Go on to him.
It's
But
just us.
what are you naming the heist episode? This is.
I'm still deciding.
The Coon Heist.
What do you guys think? Coon Heist?
Personally, I was gonna say Jong's 11. You know, but
Oh, okay.
11.
Okay. Interesting. I'll take suggestions. We'll see what we'll name the next episode.
Watch the
Shark bait.
throne.
Hoo-ha.
Watch the Throne? Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay. But this was a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody. We actually had someone I wanted to shout out here. Black Reaper with the $50. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Just here to show some love. I'm currently watching episode 103. Y'all have fun without me. Plus, I wish Better Joe was here. I know, we all wish Better Joe the best. Hold on. Don't call him that.
Yeah.
Hold on. You can't trick me like that. I'm tired. Okay, it's getting late. I didn't even process that.
No.
How could you do that to me, Black Reaper?
Obviously, the better Joe is on screen. I'm just saying.
Aw,
The
Hannah,
better
thank
Joe is the
you.
one that shows.
Thank you so. Wow! Wow! Wait! Whoa! 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 Let's not.
Only
Whoa! Whoa!
the
Whoa!
one-liner
You gotta
Saruka.
fight for it. You gotta
You're
fight for
right.
it.
You're right. That's fair. That's fair. Better Joe's the one who shows. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now, shout out. Thank you, Valkyrie. We appreciate that. Appreciate everyone for being here. Don't forget to leave a like if you want to support the series. Join the Discord for some discussion. Again, if you want to submit memes and fan art and the like. Any other thoughts from the cast?
Check out Ruka's new song on her YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
it out.
true.
Because she's cool and stuff, and I'm very proud of her.
Absolutely. Go check
I was
that
gonna
out.
say shark memes. I was gonna say shark memes.
Also,
in the chat
shark
this
memes.
week.
The shark
But
memes are
also
pretty
shark
fire.
memes.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, well, thank you, Hannah, for being on camera as well. It was great seeing you tonight. Appreciate that.
Grr.
We hope you feel better, son. Hang in there. Get some rest this week.
Don't
How
make
many
her
people
do it
are in-
again.
Of Arena next week.
How many people are on Team Recall again?
9.
9.
Tune in next week for Ocean's 9.
Okay. Okay.
I still think we call it Jaws 11 because I'll be calling upon Prim and like Taki or something. I don't know.
we'll
Throw Prim into the trap.
Damn. Okay.
I'm calling the favor early.
I see. Okay. Okay.
He might forget after this arc, so.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta get it in when you can. That is fair. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night, great rest of your day. If you're VOD Squad, we love you, VOD Squad. Bye, everybody.
Go, VOD
We'll see you
Squad.
next episode.
Bye.
See ya. Au revoir.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Farewell.
11.
Farewell.
Because this is
Sayonara.
obviously going to go really well.
Bye-bye.